chat. Meg's bullying me again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on when or where you're watching this from. Welcome back to the Code Crown Podcast. I'm AJ, joined along, as ever, by my partner Wormmon and my co-host Meg.
That's what I get from picking at you for the time.
Yeah, that is. That is totally what you get. Yeah. So,
who's the real bully here?
Still you. So, before we went live there, I was saying to Meg, okay, well look, it's 10 on the button. We better get started. And just as I said it, the clock ticked over to 10:01. And Meg says, no, it's not. It's 10:01. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. It was when I said it. And now it's 10:02. So what are we going to do?
Is it just me or has that started leaning that way?
Which?
The light.
Oh, yeah. You adjust the camera.
I know, but the light itself is actually...
Oh, it's been doing that for a while. The stand is...
You tightened it.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, I'll just move the camera for now.
It should sort out all your problems. Well...
No,
too high. Do you need a moment?
No, I'm good.
You good? Okay.
That'll do.
Juggernaut, hey! Welcome!
Hey, Juggernaut.
Always good to see you, Juggernaut. How are you keeping today? You doing well?
We're joined by KK Slider today.
Can't wait to see the durable Humpty Dumpty Mon. Uh-oh.
Humpty Dumpty Man.
I'm okay.
Good to hear.
Are you sure? The cap, it's all in caps. Blink once for yes, twice for no. Do we need to come save you? But it's good. And Roy, it's good to see you as well. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having an awesome Sunday too.
We got a free dinner, so we're having a good Sunday.
Yeah. Basically, we got a free dinner and
a nice big roast.
Yeah.
And lots of free meat. My aunt just gave me all this free meat.
Yeah, we're having lamb burgers tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm sure. Oh, I forgot to take them out of the freezer.
Okay, maybe we're not having lamb burgers tomorrow.
Fine. After the podcast, remind me. So we're also joined by KK, because I finally got him fixed.
I think we were talking to them about that last week.
Maybe.
Yeah, so we went back to my hometown last week, and so a couple of months before that, we went back to my town for a concert before Christmas. And as part of Meg's Christmas bundle, we went to Build-A-Bear, and I got her KK here. And Meg also got me Isabel. But you know, so we have the Isabel one as well. But the KK is the crux of the story here. So we picked up a KK. We got the sound box. We got all that registered. They put the sound box in the hand, and they went to fluff him up. You know, put the thing to the machine, and the stuff puts the stuffing into the bear, or dog in this case.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was, she went to thread it up and realized there was no thread in the back of it. Went over, picked another one up, and then we just put that together. It was great. We did the heart celebration thing, and it was all fun. And then when we came back to where we're living now,
miles and miles away.
Miles and miles away, we learned after trying to show KK off to a housemate that KK had no voice box. She had picked up the new bear skin.
KK skin.
KK skin, but didn't swap the sound box over. So
we got home and he had no voice.
Yeah. So we were able to go back because we were back in my hometown there last weekend, and we brought him in, explained the situation. We still had the receipt, and they just went, yeah, sure, no problem.
And we had 2 gift cards, so we didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah. Because Build-A-Bear, they just give you, if you spend over 40 euros, they just give you a 10 euro gift card. So we had 2 of them because I had bought KK for Meg, and Meg had bought me Isabel. And then when you put the heartbeat in and the sound box and all of that stuff, the prices go up or whatever. So we had these gift cards. We were like, okay, cool. And I got her a Pikachu before, and the sound box had exhausted on that, so they topped that one up as well. And absolutely, chef's kiss customer service. We
16 euro or something. No, 14 euro.
About that, yeah.
Because there's 6 euro left on one of the cards. But now,
I don't know. I hope this gets picked up. La 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 la. Sorry, I was just trying to keep the mic active.
Yeah. It's funny though, because they give you this guitar and you can't actually reach around.
Yeah,
the front of it. There's not enough arm.
No, there's not enough arm for him to actually reach the guitar. So Meg's just been super happy, like, basically like a kid at Christmas. That KK is working again. So he shall be joining us this week.
Pikachu is back on the shelf though, because children tend to like him more, and I have nieces, and that's the reason his voice box wore out in the first place.
Yeah. So he's up. So Pikachu is up high now with Isabelle, so he can't be played with.
KK will be going back up there.
Yeah,
I'm just being possessive.
And Meg's nieces don't know what a Digimon are, so Wormmon is always safe.
We're not going to let them know about Digimon until they're old enough to appreciate what a collectible is.
Very much so, very much so, very much so.
Because it's not actually as hard to replace Pokemon stuff.
No, it's not. It's super easy to replace Pokemon stuff. I would give my left nut for a Digimon Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, and there's so many that would work. So many. I'm surprised it doesn't exist. Like, even
I don't know if it ever did. Like, even back at the
have a Build-A-Bear in general. Like, I'm sure they do.
Yeah, but like I've never seen it as a thing. I don't even remember if at the height of Digimon's popularity, if there was ever like Digimon Build-A-Bear. Like you could go in.
Build-A-Bear around back then. They were only bears back then, though, were they?
Oh, they were still doing collectibles. They were doing like there was like them doing sponsored ones isn't necessarily a new thing. Like you could always go in and get your Yoda and whatever, So like they were always doing something. But yeah, the only difference is now the products are of a much higher quality. Yeah. Like you've seen Pokemon plushes from back in 96, 97, 98 and compare it to Pikachu up there. It's night and day in terms of production quality. So
yeah.
But being able to go in and just get a Build-A-Bear Agumon or something, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Like, I have an Agumon backpack plush upstairs somewhere.
Yeah, he's in one of my boxes.
Yeah. Like and a Piomon one.
Yeah.
But they were officially produced. But they weren't done through like a company like a Build-A-Bear or whatever. They were just plushies. The backpack one is actually super handy for when I used to cosplay Taichi for 99 Taichi. Obviously. For conventions, because I could just strap it to the back and then like it has a little pocket thing in the back, so I could just stuff snacks or my wallet or whatever into it, and it was great. But yeah, like
Piomon, that's not a backpack.
No, Piomon is just a plush.
Yeah.
And it needs the
it needs an iron.
it needs an iron. Like Piomon's like face feathers, like the plush is that old, like instead of going like out like this, they sort of fold in now and they're all creased.
They could do a starch actually to make them stand.
Because
the problem is they fall forward and they fold. So
because it's
like
this
very weird fold in her face.
Yeah, because it's just very thin material,
Yeah, but if we could starch it up actually. That would make it stand up.
Yeah, that's an idea. So, but yeah, so it's like it's so much easier to replace Pokemon merch because the Pokemon merch that they made back in 1996, they're still making in 2022.
Yeah.
Like even with the trading cards, I know like it's not the original, shiny Charizard or whatever. But for a couple of years ago for the anniversary, they just reprinted that whole set.
Yeah.
So everything sort of comes back around.
Did that invalidate the price of the other ones?
God,
not
no.
Invalidate.
No, because timing, like it's a reproduction almost. I don't think it invalidated like the original shiny Charizard, because Chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they also might have tweaked the effects to bring it in line for how the game is played today rather than back then.
So it's literally a different card.
Yeah, so it's not as broken as original Shiny Charizard would have been. But it's still that set, and it's that artwork, and it's that basically as you remember it. Where Digimon in all my time as a Digimon fan, Digimon has had the Digimon collectible card game, the Digimon trading cards. There has been the second version of the collectible card game. There's been the Digimon Fusion card game, and now there's the card game we have today, and that's just in the English language. In Japan, our first version of the card game was what they always used, and even then, our version of it rewrote the rules a little bit in terms of how how the attack stats worked and how you deducted or added points for your score. I don't get why they changed it looking at the Battle Coliseum version, but so yeah, we've had like 4 different versions of the game in English. Japan had the one, and then they went to Battle Spirits. But Battle Spirits is like, God, what's that one called? Vice Schwartz or something, where it's like all the anime that come together and they're all in the one game.
Oh, okay.
It's like that. Like they were just a part of that.
Yeah.
And then the game we have today. Like, so it's been a lot more consistent over in Japan than it has been here. Also, we have a Reiko and a Yami in the chat. Welcome.
Hi.
Good to see you. Warning. Reiko's internet is in deep pain. Oh no. Oh, well, it's good to see you, Reiko.
Yami said that isn't entirely true. 99 Pokemon look nothing like current Pokemon.
Yeah, no, but the card art is what we're like for the reprint. I suppose Yami came in late. We're talking about the card art for the reproduction for the anniversary set, where they basically just reprinted the very first pack of cards. Because we're talking about how Pokemon merch is a lot more replaceable than Digimon merch. Digimon merch is a lot more collectible because it doesn't get recycled as much as Pokemon merch. Pokemon merch today is still the same merch you were getting 25 years ago. Yeah. Digimon merch, not so much.
Yeah. Sorry, just when you brought up Charizard, the Charizard card, it reminded me. I was listening to Megan Thee Stallion the other day.
Okay.
And
I'm going to pretend to know who that is. But go on.
WAP. She's the other girl in WAP.
I'm going to pretend to know who that is.
Yeah, you do. You're always saying she's terrible.
Oh, that one!
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But she is known
Look, the
for
music isn't
little...
for me, right? The music isn't for me.
But no, that's fair enough. But I was listening to one of her older songs the other day, and in it, the lyrics go, "I got these guys blushing, looking like they Pikachu. I'm the hot girl, feeling like Charizard, and you know he's going to win if you get my card." Just when you said the card is OP, I'm like, that's what she meant. No, she always drops in like anime and stuff, references into her.
We are not even 20 minutes into this, and I'm already hiding in the goggles. Tonight is going to be fun.
Oh. It's fun. The Pokemon gets in everywhere, like even in your rap music.
Oh yeah, like it's such a thing. Like it is. Like
she would have grown up with it. Like she's younger than us. Like
yeah, like it enveloped pop culture in a way that things like Digimon, Beyblade, Monster Rancher they can only dream of because it pipped everything else to the post, and that's.
But even like her and Doja Cat, they'll have references to different anime and stuff in their.
Yeah.
In their songs and all that, like I don't know, even just using the words, but they'll,
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But again, like
just when she said that, I went, "Hey."
Yeah. So but like the music's not for me. I'm kind of a boomer in some respects. I'm just like it's all noise, But
But sometimes all you want is noise.
Yeah. So. How is everyone else getting on? Our rambling aside, how is everyone else doing? Have you had a good week? Have you any gossip, any news, any shenanigans? Oh yeah, we have the episode ready to go on the screen ahead of us. I just need to hit the X button, but
and not the B button,
and not the circle button. No. So it's just we have the Toei cat on screen, and he's just like
Gamer951.
Welcome to the chat.
Welcome.
Eager for episode talk, if anything, but thank you for asking. Well, we always like to know how the viewers are getting on, because
we
like
always have a ramble at
No,
the
that's
start.
it. Like,
So.
whether it's us rambling, we also like to have a conversation with you guys, because you guys are taking time out of your day to be here. So, to
ask how you are at least.
Yeah, it'd be rude not to.
Right, I gotta reopen the chat here.
Battle Spirits is such a damn good game. My favorite TCG. Oh, I know you love Battle Spirits, Reiko. Oh, I know. We know your love for Battle Spirits runs deep. So I guess I suppose for Skimmer, who may be new, how things work is this is a live reaction to the episode as we watch it, and then we chat about it and we rank it. We talk about what we liked, what we didn't like. We give it a score out of 5. We talk about our favorite character for the episode, what they did, why they stood out so much in that episode, and
maybe how it relates back, or how we think it will relate to further things.
Exactly, yeah. So we're looking. So that's kind of the format, and then we look at comments people have left from last week, pick up points of discussion from there, and then we just banter a bit more, have the chats, and
there's
and then
no spoilers.
No, there's no spoil. No, we won't. There shouldn't be any more. There shouldn't be new episode synopses for another 2 weeks. I imagine once we've seen episode 28.
Yeah.
We'll probably have something that week for 29 through 32 or 31 or whatever. So but when we do that, when we do talk about the upcoming episode synopses, we do put a spoiler warning up. So, if you're not interested in that, we do pop this up. I'll drop it down here. And yeah, we give people a warning of advice. Or not. This show has debunked you already. I'll be or be. Excuse me? Interesting.
What did you call this episode?
Walking on eggshells? Because I didn't know, because we watch the episode blind for 99% of the time.
Yeah.
If there's like an evolution or something, I'll check it out ahead of time and clip the evolution bit. But
or if we happen to log into Twitter after a certain time and we go, that's a big spoiler. Okay, we gotta watch it now. Because sometimes you just get too excited.
That's it. So 99% of the time we're watching the episode blind, so we don't know what's going to happen, and so we do like having the live reaction to things, the twists, the turns, the drama, all of that stuff, and then just chatting with you guys about it. So,
and also for anyone who's new, I haven't watched a whole lot of Digimon. I'm a newbie.
See. And this is the crux of things. So I've been with the franchise. I've been with the franchise for about 25 years. This is not 25 years old. This is very recent. But since this show was first airing on TV in the English dub, Meg has come into the franchise only within the last 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, like I've said on previous episodes, I would have watched it with like my little brother or something. And, I liked it, but I was, I don't know, busy. It just didn't really got into it, and I was already kind of into Pokemon, but again, I just stopped. I don't know, got more into music, I guess.
Yeah.
Things happen. And then I came back to it. I came back to Yu-Gi-Oh! As well, but that just fell by the wayside because that got really crap. But, yes. Digimon.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Falls apart after 5Ds. Yeah, I said it. I said it.
It did.
After motorcycles, what do you do?
But yeah, no, I kept watching more Digimon, except I was watching in Japanese.
Yeah.
And
so when I got Meg to start Digimon, I had her watch Adventure and 02 in Japanese. We're watching Ghost Game together, and then after this, the original plan was to do Applemon, because I've watched Applemon and I think it's a really strong season, or Tamers. So we're going to try and do a Tamers review, because I haven't watched Tamers in years. So I'd like to see a new person's perspective on it versus my memories being rekindled of everything. So, but then Ghost Game happened, and I'm super happy because we don't talk about what happened 2 years ago. There was no anime 2 years ago. There was Digimon Adventure Try, and that was it. But yeah, so Meg's the newbie, I'm the veteran, and
Oh yeah, on that topic also, I haven't seen 2020.
no,
Just a couple of episodes because you were doing this,
Yeah.
and I was watching.
so Meg's the newbie, I'm the veteran, and the idea initially was to see how nostalgia holds up against first-time viewing, and
And you get to mansplain.
So we coined the term monsplaining as well, which I think is just super fun.
Because I'll say, what the heck is that? And then I get a whole Wikipedia page spoken to me.
Yeah, I've basically got Wikimon ticking up here 24/7. So basically,
that's why we have so much to talk about in general. Because I'll go, is a Digimon for that? And you go, yes.
unless it's a teapot, and then we only have Shakomon, and that's more of an in joke than anything else.
Yeah, that's because when I looked at him first, I thought he was a teapot.
But he does have the reputation in the fan base as the holy teapot.
Yeah.
So
it's funny that you said that, because when you said that, I had come up with that on my own. I went, he's a teapot, and he was holy. I guess I was like, I'm calling him the holy teapot from now on. You're like, so does everyone else. Oh.
Yeah. I like Shakomon, Dogu dolls are, fun little designs, but God is he funny to look at when you think of what makes him up. But when it's Angemon and an Ankylosaurus make a Dogu doll.
Yeah.
And you're just like, but
oh.
But why though?
Sorry, Reiko just said, for family reasons, I haven't been able to finish this week's drawing yet. I'll finish it during the stream.
Ooh, okay.
We were just wondering about that because we went to have a look.
Yeah, we actually... It did occur to us that we hadn't seen a Vamdemon this week. Oh, right then.
Oh, do you have that meme of Vamdemon?
Oh, yeah. Actually, so before we get started, you remember how last week we were saying that Kano Weissmon kind of looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh monster? Well, it turns out we weren't the only people to have that idea. Let me dig through my likes here, because it was a couple of days ago I liked this thing, so let me just dig through my likes here. We weren't the only ones who had that thought, and there was a really cool meme made of episode 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! But it's Hero in the Yugi position flipping over a Kano Weissmon card, and Kano Weissmon is done like in the shape of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then you just have Vamdemon as Kaiba being all and it's the funniest thing.
Oh, it's so good. And then that one of Kari with the Anya face.
Hikari with the Anya face from Anya from Spy Family. I don't know how.
You like so much stuff.
I know. That's because as much as I dislike Twitter, it has so much, and I interact with so many people. But anyway, look, I'll. Oh yeah, there's the thing about the Red Ranger getting arrested. Don't mess with the IRS, people. There's Kano in general. Are we getting there? I'm starting to doubt.
Well, there's all the Anya faces.
Oh yeah.
There's a card of him.
Oh, there
it is.
Okay. So I'll do a display capture here because it'll just be the easiest way to show it off. So check that out. And it'll also show off the person who made the meme as well. At _Dan_Tamer_. But look at this thing! So good!
Oh, the card is in the way.
Oh, is it? Digitamon is in the way? Okay, let me fix that. There we go. I keep forgetting he's on the top layer. But
there we go.
There we go. I mean, look at this! I just love that, like, Kano Weissmon fits into the Blue Eyes White Dragon template so well. You know, there's probably a bit of artistic liberty, but it's just amazing. I really do I love it so much.
Yeah, to find the Kari one, I literally just retweeted it, so you can look at my profile.
Oh, you like just retweeted it now?
Like earlier on.
Oh, okay.
So
cool. Well, look, let me take the display capture off just so we're not sharing information that doesn't need to be shared.
Yellow Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah. Anya has many faces. Yeah.
Oh, but that face.
Do I not? Is it not in my immediate retweets? No. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Right. Oh, great. So let me bring this back up then. Display capture. And bang. That is so good. So awesome edit by the Zoe 611. And it's like it's just so smug. I love it. You can just see like in episode what is it 36 of Adventure 99 when after like Vamdemon is shot with the arrow and he blows up, you can just see Hikari doing this and just be like, gotcha. It's so good.
You're the only one who could defeat Vamdemon.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Like we've been really enjoying Spy Family. I would love to do an episode of this just talking about Spy Family for like 2 hours.
Maybe when it's done, we could just do it.
Yeah, we could do like a retrospective-y thing. That could be fun. Yeah. Right. Well, look, we'll stop dicking about and get to the actual episode then, shall we?
We shall.
Cool. So, as ever and always, we are watching this via the Crunchyroll app. You're free to join us with this watch-along through the same medium if you have a Crunchyroll sub, or maybe you're watching it through Anime Lab or other means. However you're choosing to watch the episode, feel free to join us. And let's get on with it. Our unfeathered, our raw live reaction in 3, 2, 1. So we got the Toei animation cat. Cannibal Mansion, let's go. And that's your lineup. Now, while the opening theme is running, I need to open up the spreadsheet so we can do the ranking later, so... Okay. Action life, strange and odd. Here comes Enigma Mysterious. It doesn't work. It's
It might, but you don't have red one. Hey, Justin. Well, I'm feeling better. AJ's kind of broken right now.
rude.
Am I wrong?
Says the person who's always like, more singing, more singing.
I know.
Right,
There's a difference between singing and... I'm finishing off my sake here. So... Ooh. Adding me. Is it you? No, it's not you.
Oh, Kana Weissman got added to the opening.
Oh. Isn't he supposed to be added to the ending?
Yeah, wasn't he? So I guess the others will get added in as we go. We'll get Lamormon and Thedismon.
Mm. Careful.
I knew what I was doing.
Such cute little glasses.
Okay. Let's hire it up a teeny bit.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've got this couple here. Hearing voices.
Oh, they lost their faces.
What? Oh, they did?
They didn't draw faces in the anime.
Yeah, a bit of an animation blunder there.
They just have, like,
good to
dots.
see you. Oh.
Oh, creepy hand.
Oh, no! Did he just eat him?
Battery shoved him into the fridge. No, he burped.
Oh,
There you go.
oh.
You didn't need to vomit
You
him up.
didn't need to vomit. What the?
Why didn't she run?
Right, it's a Digitamamon. It's just eating people. There's a lot of people vor in this show.
Yeah, and he's just throwing them up afterwards. Ew.
Hmm? Oh.
What the heck is that?
That's
that's him.
That's the little spirit thing.
I think it's sand. They know each other.
Yeah.
Or Humpty Dumpty does not play.
No.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a roof.
It's weird because I don't remember Digitamamon's voice in Adventure 99. So, like, I'm too used to it being like in the English dub, he was given a voice like like Dr. Frankenstein's servant. Igor. He was given like an Igor voice. So that not happening here is messing with me.
They make such odd choices for these voices, don't they?
Yeah, like he sounds like a young teenager.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that he sounds like a teenager.
No, shave, nice job. Well, thank you. I was gonna do my makeup for the stream, but then we got held up, and I was just like, nah, too much effort. So
this is where the Manscaped sponsorship would come in handy. Notice you shaved well.
We interrupt your viewing of the Code Crown podcast to bring you a Manscaped commercial. God, no.
Explorer of knowledge.
Digimon Ghost Game staff. Fuck the kids demographic.
No, you know what? They realize the kids are not the wimps that other companies think they are.
Yeah.
It's like horror. It's like being scared.
Yeah. Oh, this show, like we were saying last week, certain elements of this show would get so boulderized in a dub. It's funny though, because we were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the Shadow Realm was supposed to be a boulderization, because in the Japanese version they just die.
Yeah.
And the Shadow Realm is kind of scarier.
Yeah.
Like being locked in hell for all eternity.
Yeah.
Compared to... Aw, Rory's all excited about Angoramon's best friend.
He's gonna eat you. You could at least let him finish it.
Yeah, you could have... Aw, she's so excited. It's like a mom. Happy. It's like, oh, your friend is coming over. Yeah! Was this the house of the couple he just ate?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't think he told Angoramon that part.
No! She's between a rock and a soft plate. Hey, Clatter, how are you doing? Hi. Rory is the extrovert of the group. Yeah, definitely. Of the two, even.
I thought this was my home. I just ate the owner.
Oh, Rory's excitement is actually making this super fun.
That's cute.
I know. It's just like... Yeah. Oh no, platinum Numamon. Oh god, no, golden. Ah, platinum poop. Oh no.
Oh, oh no. -5 stars.
All right, Alvarez, chill out. Oh god, no.
I hate Numamon. I hate it.
It makes it worse that like one of the kids in Cross Wars gets partnered with a Numamon. Like it's not a Numamon, but it's like a Numamon offshoot that then transforms into a ninja.
Platinum turd.
Platinum turd.
Then Numamon threw a real platinum. Cost now 900.
Yeah, well, I mean, you add 3 of them to your party in Cyber Sleuth, and you're basically rich because they have a multiplier. Oh. Yoshiro, why are you scared? So, why is he never scared? Ever not scared, but... First edition.
Is this the room that the other guy was meant to be in? Jazz Grandpa?
Oh, maybe! It's Jazz Grandpa! It's kind of similar to the room they did the special from, isn't it? There's also something shaped like a small human upstairs. Oh no, it's not a baby, is it? No!
No, go with her. She's gonna get eaten. Oh no!
No! That's a cool case Kyoshiro has, though.
Would have figured the kids would have been more wary of Digimon while still being friendly and willing to help them out. Yeah. And Goremon, you nerd.
You don't need
to be happy about that.
Because Jellymon is pure chaos. She's always happy when it gets real.
Did Rory get eaten? Of course not. Well, speaking of Gabamon and eating, where's your Psycho?
What Psycho?
Did you eat your Psycho? Did you eat it already?
No. Like, I mean, as Skimmer said, she feeds on his fear. But like, that's like, it's well within Jellymon's, like, she's done that before. It's like, oh, something awful and terrible is about to happen.
Oh.
Anya, smug face.
Sand.
Oh. Oh, right. So the people he's eaten, he's turned into dolls, I guess?
You turning them into dolls?
I guess there's sand falling out of her, so if that's what he was barfing up earlier?
Or did he eat the child that was up here?
Oh, please, no. He's like, oh, wait, I've been found out? Oh god!
Run!
Oh, so Angoramon is one of those, oh, I prefer real books over tablet people. My Ruri senses are tingling! Run, Ruri, run! Oh god. Are we getting, This is a creepy doll. Yeah. Oh. Oh no. Oh! Hero's just like, yeah, no. So he ate the first ones in panic? What? I only drained their spirits. Oh, is that all?
Mm-hmm. Huh.
Yeah.
Doesn't know why it materialized. Yeah.
Yeah, we just heard. Well done, Kyoshiro. Well done.
Did they just disappear?
Yeah.
Disappeared.
As far as he's concerned, they just went poof.
Now it's gonna get even more of I saw the ghosts of the people that got eaten.
And this is how urban legends start.
Mm.
Oh, no evolution music. We're not getting Lemormon here, are we? Oh.
And Gorman, you know him. You know he's you know he's strong. He's strong.
Well, we just need Wergarurumon in that case, right? Hey, Pedra!
Kick him in the eyeballs. Solid foot through the crack.
All right, Chun-Li, come on, that's enough. Oh!
Oof.
Oh! We're not getting Lemormon here, are we? I didn't see anything about that. You know what? Yeah, I kind of love how casual he is about it. Like, it started as an accident, and now he's just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, with the way he justified it is not wrong.
It's not what he's like, humans eat other organisms. Yeah.
So it is normal to someone outside of it. That
Yeah.
we eat other things.
But we
other
don't
things
eat-
should eat us.
Yeah, but we
But-
don't eat other things that have sentient free will.
Mm. That's good. And let's not get into that.
In general. Oh, green. Oh, okay. Well, I was wrong. I didn't think we'd see these guys ever again.
Is that what Yummy meant then?
Maybe. The show debunked me already. Yeah, maybe that's... And I'm happy to be wrong, because I was really afraid that once Kano Weissmon showed up, there would be no reason to have the other two.
Yeah.
Scramble your mind. Get scrambled, evolves, that's why Lemormon is so vicious.
Go eat it down in hell then or something. In a way, I need a stranger.
Yeah. Point blank range.
Oh, big bada boom.
Yeah. Was it enough, though? Probably not. Oh! No!
Oh?
What? They can all turn into Kano Weissmon?
Okay.
Okay, that's super cool!
Just flying off.
I know! Yeah, it really took the drama out of the...
Yeah, because he doesn't have facial expression, so it was just so deadpan going off in the distance.
Yeah.
Oh.
Aw, that's... I'm sorry to hear, Reiko. Oh!
Oh.
Oh. We've actually killed a Digimon.
Oh.
We've actually killed a Digimon in this show. Oh, Hero is not happy. But Kano Weissmon was willing to go for the kill, and that's twice in a row now as well.
Yeah.
Because he was ready to kill Vamdemon last week.
He had no choice, yeah. Okay.
Right, now we know from the episode preview that girl is in next week's episode. We watched the preview. But...
no point in not watching the preview. We've read the spoilers.
yeah. Angoramon not doing the outro haiku as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ruri did a little, and the house stands to this day, like a horror book closing kind of thing. So is this why Lemormon is so vicious? Like, does this start acting up and playing in his head?
And again, that makes him dark, but
Simbar was so traumatized he couldn't even do his haiku.
Yeah.
I really like this episode.
Yeah.
Like,
this
I
was
super
very good.
duper love this episode. Oh, there she is. Ah, it's Flashmon, you sexy beast. Just not in darkness mode like we seen in Crosswords in 2020.
Oh, that was terrifying.
Yeah, the water face is
Uh-oh.
kind of creepy.
Sorry. YouTube hiding other people's
Yeah, the last
comments
two
again.
episodes have not been kind to Angoramon.
No.
Everyone keeps trying to eat Ruri.
Yeah.
You know, and so everything keeps trying to eat Ruri. Kano
Do you think
Weissmon has
they're
been
gonna
willing
have
to kill.
Yeah. Do you think Rory and Angoramon are going to have a fight soon again?
Oh,
She keeps putting herself... Well, I suppose...
to be fair,
In this episode, she wasn't really putting herself in
like
danger.
she wasn't to
but-
know Angoramon's best friend was a
Yeah.
cannibal.
Well, not a cannibal, but...
Well, I'm just going by the Ruri small, Ruri sweet, Ruri tasty, itchy tasty. Oh, okay. Okay, this episode kicked ass.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, this
I really
episode was
did.
great. Like, I want to go back and watch this again later.
Yeah,
Just
like,
to sort
he
of
was
take it
very
in.
good in the way that, you know, he did it first out of shock that he'd been discovered, but
And then it became a craving
and then he
and
became more like an animal, because maybe that's where they put in the cannibal name, because it's not exactly cannibalism because he's not human. But when humans eat other humans, they start to get mental illnesses, and obviously they start physically.
Yeah.
I hate that I know that, but physically, you know, like your teeth start going yellow because you've been eating human meat and consuming all that, and then your brain starts to go. So,
like the human equivalent's like a mad cow disease.
yeah, basically. So maybe that's what they were kind of playing into with the whole cannibal thing.
Yeah, because
he
we've
realized
seen
how it was and how filling it was, or whatever, how it satisfied him, I suppose.
maybe.
Then that's because, you know, he did it out of fright the first time and then tried to undo it, but then
Yeah.
realized, no, this actually worked.
The fight was almost a bit philosophical, bit of a philosophical disagreement as well as the two friends, besides the physical fighting for your human's life. Yeah.
It's like Angoramon was trying to reason with the friend he knew, but because, well, he'd gone mad.
The cannibal had taken over.
Yeah, because he'd gone mad. He was just so focused on his hunger
Yeah.
at that point.
It's kind of like it kind of reminds me of the hunger in Marvel Zombies. Like,
I don't know.
okay, well, I think they did a what if episode, but like I've read the whole comic series. Well, up to a couple of years ago anyway. Eventually it just became so big I couldn't keep up. But the way the hunger works like that in Marvel Zombies, where it's like this it's this infection you get from another dimension, and it just, you need to eat, and it doesn't matter what gets in your way. You can try and stave it off, you can try and fight it, but it just, the hunger always wins. Like, that's the roundabout way of talking about it.
It's
And that kind of reminds,
like
that's what
the
they...
Vampire the Masquerade as well. When your hunger gets to a certain point and you haven't fed, the beast takes control basically, and like you can't make rational decisions because it's the beast that's doing everything. Like you can't say walk away from the fight. The only instinct is to fight, and that's all you can do.
Oh, welcome back, Yami. Another scenario where it's a bit late, like in episode 24. Yeah. But it's worked really well.
Yeah, it did. I really like that whole aspect of it where he's lost his friend. I don't like that he's lost his friend.
No,
That's
I don't
bad for
like
him.
that. He had
But
to,
it
he had to
came down
kill
to-
his friend to
'Cause he
save
knew
Rory.
and he knew his friend was too far gone to.
Yeah.
He was like, well, I can't reason with him, so this has to be done.
Yeah.
Basically.
Like, he wouldn't let kind of Weissbon do it because he was convinced he could try and reason with him. But then
If
when he
anyone
reasoned,
was
he
going to
couldn't.
do it, it should be the friend of the person. So
I like the moral. I like the morality the moral dilemma of the episode. I
Mm.
love the interaction, like Rory getting all excited, like kind of like a mom being like, "Oh, your friend that you haven't seen in so long is coming over. That's so cool. Yeah, I want to
and
meet
that
them."
builds on the last argument they had where they didn't communicate with each other.
Yeah,
And now he's like, okay, because he had secret meetings with other Digimon or
Yeah.
whatever, and now he's like, would you like
and
to
he's
meet
still
one?
yeah, and he's still referencing those meetings. Like that was
Yeah.
that was the whole
first
thing.
he said,
That was the first thing he said. Like, because more Digimon are crossing over, the secret group or whatever is expanding, and he's finding that really fun. There's so much. It's added a whole lot of weight to Angoramon as a character, and I really do like that. Angoramon's gonna need a lot of hugs after this. Yes, yes, he will.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll give him hugs.
yeah. Well, we'll have our plushie soon. We did order those plushies.
Yeah, I forgot we ordered them.
Yeah, we ordered the Ghost Game plushies. I think they're only like yay big.
So they're like the size of his head.
Basically, yeah, but
Well,
we'll
that's still good.
like, oh, my Jeanne d'Arc up there.
Oh, they're about the size of that.
About
Okay,
the size
yeah.
of her, yeah. So they're only about yay big.
Yeah.
Um,
Smaller than his head.
yeah, but yeah, probably as long, but not as thick. Oh,
Yeah.
well, Angoramon's might be. He's quite fluffy.
Yeah, Goramon's probably about the size.
But, you know, we'll have those soon. We can give Angoramon all the hugs then. But
We could do an unboxing.
it could.
We could.
It was a much needed Angoramon episode. It really added a lot
Yeah.
of weight to his character and how he interacts with the others and his role in the show.
Because got some backstory from
Yeah.
before he met
before
kids,
the
or
show,
before
like-
we met him.
Yeah, which is really nice because I'm guessing we will get some for Jellymon later, but the show is built around Gamamon and not knowing what Gamamon's backstory is and his connection to Hokuto.
Yeah,
who
so
we haven't
maybe
seen
they're
in forever.
starting now with bringing in Angoramon's friend, and maybe Kyoshiro will say to Jellymon, "Did you have any friends from before? Like,
Yeah.
are any of your friends, are they going to attack me? You know, are your
Yeah.
friends going to eat me?"
I don't.
She's probably going to go, "Yeah, they will."
And she'll be super happy about it too, because Jellymon is just chaos personified.
And she sneaks off a lot as well. So,
Oh yeah, she sneaks away and does a lot of her own stuff.
yeah.
But
So-
why was I was
So that could be them building then for them to go, so what's Gamamon's backstory?
Yeah.
And he going, "I don't know." Because he doesn't know, because he baby.
oh, Jellymon definitely has a bounty on her head.
Definitely.
Fantastic. Yeah, would not be shocked. But yeah, like,
Could have done without the poop.
well, I mean,
No.
yeah, I mean, it's a Digimon trope, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
we had to get a Numamon in there somewhere.
At least it wasn't flirting with anybody.
Yeah. And what I'm really
Wasn't
hoping
flirting
is
with any children.
no. Oh God, yeah, the one that just really wanted to go on a date with Mimi. Oh. I mean,
So not only does he look like a ball of snot, he throws poop, and he's a pervert. So there are no redeeming features for a Numamon.
no, there are not.
And it worried me when that child had plushie of one in the Hackers.
No, Next Order.
Next Order?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, yeah, it was Next Order,
Yeah, Lush and her Numamon plushie.
Yeah.
See, I think the thing about Lush was she was meant to be a reference to Lily from Tekken. Because in the game that I've been trying to play that won't work, Lily, I think it's that one already. No, yeah, I think it's that one. Lily from Tekken is in that game,
Oh,
and she's partnered with a Numamon.
okay.
So I don't know why Lily is partnered with a Numamon, but canonically within the greater Bandai multiverse, Lily is Digi-destined. Or chosen at the very least.
Yeah.
You know, so that's
Poor her.
that's right. Yeah, poor her. Yeah, poor her.
Poor.
Ma, my fucking accent is really coming out strong there. But yeah, having a Numamon as a partner,
Yeah.
you really drew the
Like,
short
remember
straw
that?
on
Remember
one.
that time that Mimi was upset because Palmon wasn't cute?
Oh yeah,
Like, imagine Mimi got the Numamon.
yeah.
She would never go near it.
We wouldn't have a show.
Palmon is cute.
Palmon is adorable. And I really do like
Togemon?
Togemon.
Not so much. He looks dead.
No, but I will say, like, I will say though, that is something that they really fixed about 2020 Mimi. Like 2020 Mimi is just such a good character. Like she's
not shallow.
No,
shallow enough.
No, like she has her moments where you can tell she's been spoiled, and the show builds on it. The show shows you her interacting with her family, and like she has butlers and people that drive her everywhere, so you can see but she has a strong sense of actually just being a human being because she idolizes her grandfather, and like this, you know, he built up the company, the Tachikawa Industries, and she wants to be like him.
Is that in 99?
No,
I remember her mom being like a supermodel.
Oh yeah, her mom and dad are just like stupid devoted parents. Like they're bad parents, so they just spoil the kid.
Yeah, but was her mom like a supermodel?
I don't remember. No, that's Rika.
Oh yeah, that's
in Tamers.
Her. Yeah.
Rika in Tamers. Her mom's like a supermodel or something.
Yeah, she lives with her grandmother.
Yeah, because of it. Yeah, because her mom's always traveling. But yeah, like, but I think Mimi 2020 Mimi being partnered with Anumamon, I think she'd kind of go, okay, we can make this work. Where 99 Mimi were like, right, someone get me a flamethrower. I'm starting over.
Yeah.
Actually, just tapping. Where's the thing on? Just tapping away on the Digivice, going, okay, which one is the reset button? I want a mulligan. You know.
And the saves come her way to the one she wants.
Yeah, saves come her way. Yeah, to the perfect partner. Yeah.
Bad thing about Numamon, even their evolutions never really get any better.
They don't.
They're
just different.
No justice for Numamon.
No justice for Numamon. Don't make me block you.
It's a great thing to say to a new viewer.
Well,
how dare you?
How dare you have opinions I don't agree with? How dare? We're kidding, of course. But yeah, no, like. Yeah, but yeah, we're getting back on track. I think Lute was meant to be a reference to Lily. Just because.
Now I'm interested in that game.
Yeah, well,
just to see that particular part.
Yeah, because I don't think if someone who's actually been able to play through Redigitize Decode can let me know. I don't think she has any story. I think she just shows up like in a post game Coliseum thing, because you can fight Taichi, you can fight the Adventure Kids, you can fight Taiki from Cross Wars. I think Masaru from Savers pops up. The irony is that Cyber Sleuth has an annoying mini boss battle with some Platinum Numamon.
I'm just gonna vomit while I play that.
Yeah, but like I mentioned earlier, in the Cyber Sleuth games, if you put 3 Platinum Numamon on your reserves, they give you a cash multiplier. So you just come out of that game rich.
The only redeeming factor of a Numamon.
Yeah,
is
because they just have a built-in cash multiplier.
Yeah. I can take my non-existent Numamon plushie and leave.
Please don't. Please don't.
If you ever get me a Numamon plushie, I'll you.
You guys will help me out with that, right? You guys want to source me a Numamon plush and we can get it for Meg?
You know, I could see you on the camera when you're not looking at me.
Of course, it's spoiled again. But yeah, so back to the episode then.
Yes.
Do we want to just jump into the rankings, or do you have anything else you want to talk about specifically about it, or?
We can talk as we rank.
Yeah, I suppose we'll have to. Yeah, we'll work through. So, let me bring.
They had to make Numamon useful, so they put the OP farming buff on them.
Basically, yeah. No. Why is that not popping up? It's not allowing me to. I'll have to set up a new window capture, will it? Oh wait, no, there it is.
There it is.
Okay.
Weird.
Just okay. OBS being weird. Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
Right. Suppose we can, let's. let's do that. That works. No? Okay. So then, so Cannibal Mansion. I'll let you start this week. What do you want to score it?
I want to say a 5.
Yeah, I was kind of leaning that way as well.
I want to say a 5. As much as I'm joking about Numemon, he didn't bring down the episode.
Oh God, no!
No, like, it doesn't lose a point for him showing up for 1 minute.
Like,
that
and it was totally
that would be really petty of me.
Yeah, and like it's totally played for laughs as well. You know, like with,
Yeah.
you know, oh no, like it's the same joke we've seen in many of the other shows.
Yeah.
But I really did enjoy this episode a lot.
I did. It went very deep, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird of me to recognize the characteristics of a cannibal in a Digimon, but
I mean, well, you've watched all those documentaries
and horror movies, and
yeah,
obsessively read about things at 2 a.m. You're gonna recognize these things.
Yeah. The other thing I really did like about this episode was Wizen Gamamon evolving into Kano Weissmon. So there's no reason to write the 3 evolutions out, because I really thought they were going to stick to a rigid Gamamon, Betel, Kano because of the color scheming. But no, now even House Gamamon can evolve to Kano Weissmon. And that's really cool that they've done that. Because now I'm really curious, what does Gulus turn into? Like, that's...
Oh, does he turn into a big...
Like, does he turn... Like, I know we joked about it last week, but is there, like, Kano Schwartzmon?
Yeah.
Like, is that his version of it or something else? But having the RGB turn into Kano Weissmon, that's such a good idea.
It is. I like that because they build them up, like with the cards and the dim cards.
The dim cards, yeah.
And then just to wipe them out would just be so weird.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, they probably will, but it'll be a weird decision.
I want to have a look at the evolution chains on the Gamamon dim card.
Yeah.
I want to see... I probably need Humulus, actually, the Humulus website, because that gives you the actual evolution paths. So let's see. Oh no! There it is. Evolution guide, vital bracelet. So let's have a look here. I really want to see how this works on the dim, because I got Betel Gamamon and just went from house, or went into Kano in there. Let me see.
Do you want to put that on the screen?
Yeah, come on. Right. So so we have Gamamon. You got the Betel into Kano Weissmon. And Gamamon can also go to Kaus. So let's see, Green also goes to Kano Weissmon. Wizen, it actually also goes, and then Gulus also.
But if Gulus turns into him, is he going to be different?
Yeah.
Like, will he be on an updated card later on if he's, like the other two don't have their...
Oh, that is...
Are they placeholders?
Yeah, so we have Aegis-Dramon, which already existed. We have Ultimate Brachiomon.
I vaguely remember you showing me him.
Yeah, and then we have Chaos-Dramon, which these already existed, which is why I'm convinced we're going to get another dim later on, which has a true evolution for Kano Weissmon, and for the other two.
That is so cute.
Which?
The little
Simbar? Oh, yeah, sprite.
So cute.
Let's see if I can get this sprite up here. Open image in new tab. Nope. I can't blow it up, but...
It stays still when you open it. That's weird.
Yeah. But yeah, so I reckon we'll still get an updated version because according to this, it can evolve either into Anubismon, Sabreleomon, or Griffomon, which are, again, are all pre-existing Digimon. And then the same with Jellymon. We go, there's Tesla, there's Thetis. Now, the most direct route seems to be Ancient Mermaidmon, but also Marine Angemon and Fukumon, or Pukumon? Pukumon are also options. So I still think we're going to get updated ones later with proper mega levels.
Yami says, we're so generous with a 5. Then again, it is out of context as I missed the entirety of the review. It was good, but wouldn't have said 5.
I think for what it does for Angoramon's character, for the moral dilemma of the show, Digitamamon, like, reacting out of panic and then getting addicted and not being able to control it, and basically forcing Angoramon to kill him. Like, Kano Weissmon was ready to do it. Like, 2 weeks in a row, Kano Weissmon has been ready to kill. And I have to wonder now, because of what Digitamamon said as it was dying, where it's like, are you a Digimon or are you a human? Is Angoramon going to be suffering some sort of long-term effect? And that's why Lamormon is so garish? And so bestial and feral. Like, does this mess him up?
He wouldn't have been Lamormon before, because when he evolved, like, his best friend from the digital world was like, you learned to evolve? Wow. Like, so he'd obviously never been Simbar before either.
No.
So, well, not that Digitamamon knew anyway.
Let's see, hold on. We've missed a bit of the chat there. Corvidae, welcome. The bad thing about Numamon, even their evolutions never get better. You'll be seeing that. Justin said, I like how Ruki's mom still tried to look into Ruki's interest in the Digimon card game. Yeah.
Yeah, but by that stage, Ruki was kind of a...
Yeah, he gets better.
Yeah, so I've only met her very briefly.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wow, you don't deserve your partner.
No. Justice for Renamon. Corvidae then says, they had to make Numamon useful, so they put the OP farming buff on them. And then Yami's comment, so generous. Corvidae, I haven't been keeping up with the Digivolution levels. Do we know if Gamamon essentially has 3 forms for one stage, like 3 rookies or 3 champions? 3 champions. It's Gamamon. He has 4 champions, effectively. Oh, never mind. That answers my question.
Because you brought up the chart.
Because I brought up the chart. Okay, yeah. I wonder what the explanation for these evolution trees will be. They are complex enough to feel like there will be a story reason for them. I think so. Well, I think the only one who has a complex tree is Gamamon, because he has 4 champion levels.
Oh, Pedro said we forgot to read his comment last week.
Did we?
Did we?
I don't remember seeing it. I'll go back and have a look this week.
We'll have a look at that when we're looking at the comments. Maybe it got held back for some reason.
Maybe. I don't remember seeing it, but we'll be doing the comments from last week in a couple of moments, so I'll bring up
Just gotta delete that.
Oh yeah, what is that? That is so weird. Yeah, remove.
Yeah, that's... I won't be bothered if they don't want to create new megas for the team, but instead want to let other unnoticeable megas get their time to shine, says Clatter.
Yeah.
I don't see them doing that, because they've gone to the bother of creating all these other evolutions for them.
Yeah, it'd be so weird to just create new perfect levels and then go, I use any old thing from the stock for the megas. But also, merchandising. They're going to want to sell you new cards for new Digimon and new plushies and new figures and everything else.
They won't get the same amount of sales, I would say, if they brought out a new, like if Jellymon does turn into Mermaidmon.
Yeah.
If they brought out a new version of that card, they're not going to get as much enthusiasm for it.
No, because it already exists.
Yeah.
Yeah. My guess is as well, this thing, similar to what...
We're not on screen.
Oh, no. Okay, sorry. Yeah, let me just take the thing down for a second. So, this thing, the actual Vital Bracelet itself, My guess is similar to what they've done for Adventure and the thing we're getting for Tamers, and they've done it for 02, the complete selection animation version. I fully, if we don't get updated dim cards, what I fully expect then is we'll get a CSA version of this, and it'll have lights and sounds and songs like all the other ones do. But the mega levels will be on that.
Yeah.
So you'll have, Kano Weissmon, Kyuko Shinka, and then whatever the mega level is, and same for Thetismon. And I still fully believe that what's on the dim cards currently are placeholders.
Yeah.
Because they probably weren't
wanted to
finished
get them
designed,
out.
or but they wanted to get them out to promote the show, but the evolution lines weren't completed.
Yeah.
And maybe they didn't want to spoil too much. Maybe there's something about the mega levels that gives a whole plot thing away.
Yeah, maybe. The same then with Gulus as well. Like if there's another version of kind of Weissmon, they couldn't really put him on a card because then you'd be spoiled straight away that Gulus can evolve into other things as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So...
Yeah. Perhaps, or Skimmer says, perhaps there'll be a tighter level cap for this particular story where we end at ultimates and don't need or use any megas, depending on what the narrative is planned. Also possible, that could be why 99% of the enemies in this show have been perfect level. We haven't seen anything go beyond as of yet.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine Vamdemon and Felismon are just going to come back as Vamdemon and Felismon. There has to be... I don't want to be reading too deeply into things, but I wouldn't be surprised if like Grand Drachmon showed up. If there was a fusion dance or something.
Yeah.
But a tighter level cap where we only get the main characters up to perfect level would be interesting.
It would be interesting, but then it would be weird for them to put mega levels on the dim cards.
Well, they have to fill out the evolution trees somehow. You can't just have the dims only go to stage 4.
But they could, if that's how far they went.
They could, but they'd be so... Well, they could. Okay, they could. The problem is it makes them underpowered compared to all the other dim cards because they can fight.
Yeah.
So there's no point in raising up the Ghost Game dim cards when you're always going to be level locked versus any of the others. There's no point. So they had to do something.
Yeah, true.
Because I can take the Versus card, pop it in here. It saves my Digimon data. I hand it to you, for example. You pop it in, and our two Digimon fight. If I'm level locked, what's the point?
Yeah.
So they had to do something. But it's not a bad idea. I just feel like, similar to the level locking on the dim card, it makes them the odd show out compared to everything else.
Yeah.
Like even Applemon gets to mega level, or well, their equivalent of mega level. And that show is already the outlier. Cross Wars Digimon they didn't have levels previously, they were just cross level. Now they're starting to get proper levels for the card game's sake, for merchandising, for other things. It would just really stand
they
out.
Are in their rank, it's kind of making an equivalent of where their power would be. Yeah,
basically there's a few of them that don't make sense, and then others I've just gone, actually that checks out. Ghost Game has been the perfect level showcase. No, it really has. Some of the side character Digidestins have not had megas appear in their original series, despite Digimon officially having them. Adventure 1, etc. Yeah, and like Adventure 2020 was good for that. Everybody made it to mega level. Some characters got 2, and they were the important ones. Taichi Yamato, Takaru, and Hikari. They got 2 mega levels each. But the Adventure 99 video game gave everyone a mega level. Depending on how you look at Hurricane Touchdown, I guess Hikari and Takaru also got mega levels. Season 2, I would have liked to see Sylphimon evolve or Shakomon evolve. That would have been nice. So I do like that. Well, not Tamers, Savers, Cross Wars, Applemon, 2020, and hopefully this show, based on the track record so far, everyone should balance out by the end of it.
Yeah.
That is 6 stories out of 9. And even then, even Adventure 99, even though not everybody reached Mega in that show, they kinda fixed that with Try, because the whole crux was getting everybody leveled up and when the bonds were being reforged and everything else. To be fair, episode 1 of Frontier, Takuya fought a perfect level. Also true. Also true. So the 99 characters eventually got there. It just took some extra stories. So yeah,
the only thing we could do is wait and see.
The only outside of Frontier is a wild one because only Takuya and Koji got fusion evolution. So in Frontier, you have the human. They can evolve into a humanoid Digimon or a bestial Digimon, and then if you're a main character, those two can fuse into something else. No one else got that. But everyone else could then fuse into that show's version of Omegamon, Susanumon. All the spirits would come together regardless, and then they would just make up Susanumon. So, in one sense, they balanced out. In another sense, if you weren't a main character in that show, the show did not care for you. Like I said before, Izumi, or Zoe in the dub, she lost her own evolution episode. First time evolution bonus. Frontier laughed at that concept. No. Tamers depends on how you slice it. The core trio. Yeah, and I'm really sort of talking about the main trio. Did anyone really want to see Kazu get to mega level? Be honest with me. Did anyone want to see Kazu get to mega level? Kenta got there by default because his partner was a mega level. But then you have Rio, who got to mega level as well. So it's the core trio, Kenta by default, Ryo. Yeah.
Skipper said, I do wonder if it's hard for mega levels to come through the cracks or exist properly in the human world of Ghost Game.
A bit interesting. I kind of like that idea. Because it's something Cyber Sleuth played with. All the Digimon were slipping through the cracks, but Examon, his data was just so magnanimous, he couldn't. And it took like a world-ending event for Examon to be able to come through the cracks.
Yeah.
So I really do like that idea. And if the show does explore that later on, I'd be super happy.
Yeah. And then it would kind of tie it back to that as well then. So that would be good.
Andromon to Mega would have been cool to see, though perhaps not Biomerge. Be odd, but I suppose unnecessary with that 4th mega about. Yeah, I mean, High Andromon is a thing that exists. So, maybe? But I mean, if they ever do a Tri equivalent for Tamers, which people have been wanting because Tamers is quite popular, people have been wanting Tamers to get its own kind of version of Tri or a follow-on. If it hasn't happened in an audio drama CD already, that could be where everyone else sort of balances out and you bring the team up to, you bring them on. Levels, you bring them up to Keel. Or maybe this show will have more episodes that way, so the story is so slow we might not even be on the halfway point. Well, yeah, we're 26 episodes in now.
Yeah.
Of a series that usually peters out around the 54 mark. So it's possible.
We could be halfway, but we could only be quarter way for all we know.
Yeah, it was like 2020 didn't need 66 episodes. It got 66 episodes.
Yeah, just go back to the comments for a second.
Yep. Oh. Does the Sunomon get a power up when he uses the rest of the children for evolution? I don't know.
Juggernaut said, I hope Appmon would be in the card game.
I hope so.
Great,
well,
yeah.
Cross Wars is getting a lot of love in the pack coming out this week. Crossheart, Blue Flare, Twilight, Bagra Army. They're getting a lot of love in Booster 10, so I would not be shocked if Applimon makes the jump over. Because the Applimon levels are already equivalent. There's no weird gimmick evolution in that show.
Yeah, they just have to change the name of it, basically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but the thing is, in the card game, your traditional level, like Rookie, Champion, Ultimate, all that is like, it's it's a thing that's on the side of the card. It's like it's a trait where all the cards are like level 3, 4, 5, 6 on the main block of the card. Like even that Digitamamon I had up earlier because he was the monster of the week. He's a level 5.
Yeah.
So that, but you can see their ultimate is there, which are perfect in the Japanese. But right, so it's a trait rather than what here. So Applemon would work the same way. So Gatchmon would be level Gatchmon would be level 3. Dogachimon would be level 4, Globemon would be level 5, and then Gaiamon would be level 6. So they translate over basically 1-to-1.
Yeah, it's a lot less work.
It's a lot less work. And considering they're actually bringing the Digicross mechanic into the card game with this pack, which is going to be... I hope Digicross doesn't do to this game what Pendulum Summon did to Yu-Gi-Oh! That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say, and I'll leave it at that, because it's such a wild mechanic, it could potentially break the game.
Just before it goes away there, Corvidae had another comment.
Yeah.
Just that top one there.
It would be also a good way to introduce stronger... No?
Up above.
Up above.
Very top.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was saying before it goes away.
True, we only have 3 Digidestined for now. Smaller team normally receive more equal spotlight time. Yeah, I mean, that's why it worked out so well for Savers. You know, you had the larger DATS group, but the main 4 characters all balanced out at the end. Agumon burst mode aside, but everyone did get to mega level. So smaller teams generally do receive a lot more equal treatment than when they're trying to balance 8 or 12 characters at a time.
Yeah, so now that's the next comment then.
It would also be a good way to introduce stronger enemy Digimon. Only perfect and below gets through at first, and then something happens and the megas show up. Yeah. Oh, so we don't actually have an EP total for Ghost Game yet? Curious. No, I haven't seen anything. The only reason I found out about 2020 having as many episodes as it did was because there was an advertising thing that went out to international markets from Bandai, and it was initially said to have 67 episodes. So that was where that came from, but whatever, maybe just because of the pandemic and how the story changed over like that sort of 4 months where it took a hiatus or whatever, it could have been slated for 67 and they only ended up making 66. But I still don't think it needed 66 episodes. That final arc could have been merged into the main story very effectively. I would wonder if it would make it too much of a retread on the 99 story, though. Would it be too similar? And if you want to do your own thing, it's... the first mega that appears is going to be a big deal in some manner. Oh, totally agree. I think Susanamon needed all the children because he was a fusion of all 10 warriors. Oh, very true. But like we didn't see Fairymon and Shutumon evolve into Jet Sylphimon as kind of the point I was making. You know, like Susanamon still required all of the kids, but if you weren't a main character, you didn't get a fusion. So, yeah, they had to nerf the pendulum mechanic just to save the game because it was so broken. That game was broken before that. Every attempt to help only makes it worse. Juggernaut asked, do you think Ghost Game may get a dub? We kind of answered that last week. It will, maybe, but because 2020 is only getting a dub now... Yeah,
I feel like...
It'll be like another 2 years if.
Yeah, and they'll wait then to see how successful the dub of 2020 actually is.
Yeah.
And then kind of work from there.
It also doesn't help that 2020 kind of ends on a cliffhanger, so a lot of people are expecting like a 0-2 equivalent to come along, but we still don't know anything about that new 0-2 movie that's meant to be coming out.
No.
We have a drawing of Daisuke, and that's kind of it.
Hey Desmond.
Hey Desmond, welcome.
Here, Digipal, how the egg?
Very dead. Scrambled, if you will. Not even sunny side up. Considering the fight took place on a quarry.
That would have been so funny had he cracked the shell and instead of like going away, he started melting into the ground because he was frying.
Oh, come on. No. Funny as it would have pulled all the drama from the scene.
It would.
All of the drama.
Just,
So, So
that happens.
Corviday says, I never really liked the Digicross mechanic. It always seemed to make the evolution mechanics more confusing. Well, I suppose the idea was that it's kind of like it was a mecha anime in a Digimon skin. You know, so it was just like, I mean, take Power Rangers and just the Digimon are the Zords. And that's it. So when they all come together, they make a bigger Zord, but you still see all the components that made it up. And that was kind of it, you know? All right, Clatter. Oh, enjoy your dinner.
Enjoy your dinner.
I hope you're going somewhere fancy. My bit disappointed they didn't extend the fight in the house, as it was such a cool location with how dimly lit it was. Kind of Weissman wouldn't have fit in the house,
No,
and they've
he
only
wouldn't.
20 minutes to tell a story. I totally agree with Skimmer, but I can appreciate time constraints were a thing.
Yeah, they wouldn't have had to go into the digital world if they weren't outside the house.
Yeah, because the copper wouldn't have showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he might have stopped and seen the broken window or whatever, but there was no reason for them to just suddenly vanish.
Yeah, I mean, we always say this every week, like, the show could do with an extra 5 minutes just to flesh things out a bit, and maybe Angoramon and Digitamamon fighting through the house for those 5 minutes before spilling outside, rather than just yeeting themselves out the window.
Yeah.
Could have been fun, but
I think as
the
well,
show
that
seems to be
was
afraid
more...
of doing two-parters.
Yes,
So
I think that as well was Angoramon pushing him out of the house while Rory was still inside the house.
Oh, yeah,
because
totally.
he was trying to run after her.
Oh, totally, yeah.
So it was just, no, we're getting outside while she's in here.
Oh, yeah, totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally agree there. Shoutmon Cross 6 was a better design than Cross 7. Yeah, but that's because Cross 6 used actual evolutions rather than just single forms. Then again, I don't like Raptor Sparrowmon's design. Fight me. Jaeger Darulumon though? Oh, mwah. Right, so
Petra said I had to write my comment on last podcast again. YouTube didn't show my comment from last week.
weird. Okay, so maybe that's why we missed it. Maybe it just didn't publish.
Yeah, maybe.
Could just be YouTube
sometimes
being
YouTube
weird.
just doesn't even let you moderate your comments if there's something it just really doesn't like for
Yeah.
some reason.
So we'll take another look. We have to go back to the ranking the episode. So we've given it a 5. And this is before the ranking, so we'll plug it in somewhere around here soon.
Yeah.
But favorite character this week?
Angoramon.
Yeah. Like I think Angoramon or Digitamamon are some very strong choices.
Yeah.
But I think because the episode we've been discussing how this is going to affect Angoramon in the long term so much, and
how
it's nice to get backstory for him and an idea of like what his life was like before meeting Rory. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, very focused on him and very well done. So, and he was adorable at the start.
He was super happy, my friend, and Rory being so happy for him, and yeah.
And there he's looking, and she's on the phone, and he's just smiling, you know. And like, oh.
Yeah.
And then he had to kill his friend, but.
Oh, okay. So then. Okay. So let's break this down, as we always do. Let me grab this. Pop it. I'm gonna pop it down here. Yeah. And then I can copy it across.
Yeah.
So.
So.
You know what? I let you start off on the ranking. We'll start off, on the scoring. We can start you off on the ranking this week then. So, we gave it a 5.
Right, so
Is it better than Mouth Stitched Man?
I'm going from the bottom.
Oh, okay. So, is it better than Mystery of the Museum?
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Is it better than Divine Anger?
Yes.
Is it better than Prison of Fire? Ooh. Is it better than Nightly Procession of Monsters?
90%. That's
The racing
Sister
episode. Yeah, Sister Monsiel.
Oh, they're very different episodes and good for different reasons. But I like the backstory and the.
Okay. Is it a yes?
Hmm. Hmm. Yes.
Okay. Is it better than Twisted Love?
It was very.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, again, very. Oh, they were very.
Very different episodes, but also very
Just
tonally
as
similar and scary.
traumatic, and a Digimon got obsessed with something.
Digimon committed suicide in that episode.
It's essentially Digitamamon did too.
Yeah.
He knew that Angormon was gonna stop him from eating them kids, and he
Yeah.
went to eat them kids. The Gamamon has stopped having cute moments lately, Yami says. I think it's not that he stopped having cute moments, it's that there's not focus on him right
Yeah,
now.
I think the show just isn't making episodes about him.
He has some derpy background faces, I'll give him that.
Particularly this week.
Like, even today, he was on Hero's shoulder when they were walking away from Kyoshiro, freaking out about the house, and he was just like, is Rory getting eaten? And Hero's just completely deadpan. Of course not.
Yeah.
So they were just so done with Kyoshiro freaking out, they're like, no, whatever.
Do you think it's better than Twisted Love?
Twisted Love made me very sad.
Right.
It's not an episode I'd kind of go, let's watch Twisted Love, you know, but I'd go back and watch this one.
Okay, so is that a yes or a no? Oh, hold on. I don't even have this up for the chat.
Oh, the chat can't even see, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
There we go. Let me just
Okay,
take
there we go.
Digitamamon down.
Yeah.
Right.
So, you know, I definitely don't think it's better than the Spider's Turn.
Okay.
In between though.
So it's somewhere in here.
Yeah. It was a good villain, it was a good hero story.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
A HE hero story.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of Hero, the character. So I bought a few packs the other day of the Booster 8. And who did I we were looking for the Gamamon cards because I didn't get one when I bought the box of the Japanese, so we were looking for Gamamon. We got Battle Gamamon. All good. Got an English copy of the Amonokawa Hero card. Awesome.
Nobody can see you.
No, I know. But the first tamer card I pulled from the first pack of the ones I picked up was freaking Iori. Or Cody, if you prefer. And I was about ready to just launch the packet into the sky after that.
It was so funny because last week when I brought him up,
yeah,
immediately he was on your timeline.
Oh yeah,
because you signed in and then that card was just on your timeline, and then
yeah, and the reason
1 day later, 2
one
days
day,
later,
yeah, 1 day later, 2 days later, I buy the packs and I pull the card. And what makes it sort of funnier or more anecdotal is we've been playing 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim over on the Twitch channel, cheap plug, and one of the characters in that is named Iori, and she's a much better character than Digimon Iori. So Meg, the cheeky git that she is, said, "How do you feel about one of the characters in this sharing a name with your least favorite Digimon character?" And I didn't appreciate the comment. I will say that. And then the Cody card starts showing up on my timeline because it was put up by the Digimon Card Game Twitter account. And then I pull it from the packet. And this is all in the space of 2 to 3 days. So Cody has been the bane of my existence as of late and continues to do so. I despise him so much. He's such a bad character.
It's funny though, because when I was watching 02,
yeah,
I was like, I hate him, but I agree with him because he doesn't like Ken or whatever they're calling him.
Yeah, Ken is Ken.
But in the Japanese one, were they not calling him? Oh, they're probably calling him the Digimon Kaiser. Or
Oh yeah.
whatever he was,
Oh, you mean?
whatever.
Oh yeah. But even after he turned good,
Yeah.
Cody was
but-
still like, I still hate you.
Yeah, and I was like, why am I agreeing with him? I hate him.
Because he hurt Wormmon.
I mean,
Oh,
I was agreeing
Cody,
with Cody and Iori.
Despise him so much.
Yeah. I
He's
was
a bad character.
He's just a nothing character. He's not even
You
bad.
take him out of the show and it wouldn't change anything.
No.
Like,
You're officially jinxed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've hated him for years.
Yeah.
And even when I got the Japanese version, I imported a box of the Japanese version of that pack because I wanted the Digimon Kaiser card. And how many Ioris did I end up with? Like 3?
Yeah.
So like I am officially jinxed. This character this character intends to haunt me for the rest of my days.
Yeah.
But so
the universe is the same as me. It's just like remember him.
yeah.
Remember him.
So where do you want to put it? This episode.
Under Fortune Teller's Manor.
Okay, so above Twisted Love?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Because that one was sad in a...
I will say, because our rankings for the first 5 episodes are the same, I actually agree.
Look at that.
So I just need to bring that down a row.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you have an adjustment over here for the cursed song.
Skimmers, there's finally some people that like the racing episode.
Oh, I love the racing episode.
Who doesn't like it? They are wrong. Yeah, so there we go. All
our first 6 episodes are the same. Which I still think is a testament to like this show.
Yeah, like
that we
they
can sort of
don't
go
differ very much.
No, like that we can
you go down.
even the further you go down, like our 12th and 13th favorite episodes, or even our 10th, 11th, and 12th are the same.
Yeah.
Our 13th is the same.
Yeah.
You know, we differ around here, but it tends to balance back out.
They're like the 3 of them are all 4.5.
Yeah.
So we've given them the same score. It's just which one is slightly more we
more
appealing to either of us.
Yeah. And I think that says a lot about the show. That it's able to do that.
And like it's consistently been above 4. Like
we found early on that if the show hits a low, it tends to bounce back for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Like Moaning Bug, we gave a 3 because the ending kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
With the girl who somehow captured Morphomon, and we've learned nothing else about that since.
Yeah. That hasn't paid off
at all. No, if it does, I'd be happy to look at this episode again and boost it up with hindsight. But in the moment, that's a good episode and it's a very scary concept, but the ending lets it down horribly. But then it bounces back with like a 5 in Twisted Love, a 4.5 with the Vandemon episode, a 5 this week. It bounces back so well.
Yeah, so, well, I suppose that makes me worry a little bit for the next 2. But
I don't know about the Splashmon episode. Like, Splashmon in Cross Wars was... He wasn't as fun a villain as Gravimon.
Just gonna jump in and say be careful not to say anything about the one after.
I won't.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about Essence of Beauty here.
Yeah.
Because the preview is out, so we know Splashmon is turning up. Splashmon in Cross Wars was not one of my favorite villains. Like, Gravimon did his job better. And then in 2020, it was just the big melted Gabumon form. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
So this episode could either redeem Splashmon or just kind of make me go, yeah, he's just kind of nothing. Like his human form, quite sexy, but it's quite Bishi. Yeah. But otherwise,
the 3 Bishi boys gonna meet up.
Yeah, but otherwise, just
Wow. Bellasmon wasn't really a Bishi, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it came around eventually. Hey, you want?
You want the card to vent your hatred?
Yeah, I want the card to... Oh, I want the card to vent my...
Set Cody on fire.
I figured, like, because we usually come back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Quite a bit when we talk about it. There's a scene in GX, early on, where the character of Sho is praying to a giant poster of Osiris, or Slifer the Sky Dragon. And he's got a headband with like 3 Monster Reborns in it, because in the Japanese version it's an Ankh. So it's like he's praying that, like, basically praying to Osiris that he passes the exam. And I feel like mine is the opposite. I will just have a legion of Iori cards and I'm just there with a match. You know. But yeah, like, that's...
Oh, we're back on screen.
Yeah, we're back on
I
screen.
didn't notice you got rid of that.
Oops. Okay.
So...
We'll do the comments from last week then, and we'll try and catch up on Pedge's comment, which went missing, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll start with the comments from last week's episode, because I feel like that's more...
Check the Held for Review.
I did. I took it Held for Review. So I wonder... Because we looked at the Held for Review on the previous week's episode, and there was nothing there. Yeah, well, hold on. Before we read the comments on the Vamdemon episode...
Back in and approve.
Hey, in a sec.
Yeah. Oh, you just want to see if it's the same?
Yeah, I want to see if it's the same. So... let me just get the actual episode order up. So it would have been, the comment would have been on the recap episode comments. So let's see. So Fact or Fiction, there was Yami's comment, Justin's, and Clatter's. Let me just check Held for Review. Oh! Okay, there it is. There is one there. That didn't show last week, did it?
No.
Okay, well, look, we'll go through it and then we'll move on to the comments from the Vamdemon episode.
Hold on. No, we definitely didn't read that.
No, I don't remember seeing that at all, because we usually check the Held for Review, because YouTube is weird for that stuff.
Skimmer says, it's late, so I'm going to bed. Thanks for having me by. It's good to have you here.
Oh no, Skimmer, thank you so much for spending your evening with us. Thanks for hanging out, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you back here next week. Enjoy your sleep, buddy.
Okay, so start with Pedro's comment for last week, because...
Yeah, we'll start with Pedro's comment from last week for the Fact or Fiction episode, and then we'll get into... Or Faction or Fiction, I should say.
So this is his comment about...
Really got it. Oh!
Comment on the wrong video.
No,
because it's the spoilers for episode 25.
Yeah. Okay, so what would have happened is the comment... Okay, so I see what happened. So, because we'd have only been watching the Vamdemon episode, Pedja gave their thoughts on that episode in the comments for the previous weeks.
Yes. Okay.
So, Pedja's comment then for episode 25. Really good episode. Vamdemon was very good in this episode, and he has the potential to be a greater threat in the future. Yeah, similar to Felismon. He wanted to create an army of vampires and rule the world. Yeah. I like this version of Vamdemon, calm and smart. Yeah, I've discussed my feelings about 99 Vamdemon before. I'm not getting into that again. And the horror aspect in this episode was really good. Yeah. Let's talk about Kano Weissmon. He looks amazing. His evolution was really good. And I like the battle between him and Vamdemon. Vamdemon is alive, by the way. Before Kano Weissmon pierced him, he turned into bats and ran away. Yeah, we saw that as the episode. I didn't see it initially, but you pointed it out to me. And the chat did as well. So yeah, we seen that. That comment seems like it's more in response to my reaction to it.
Maybe.
Anyway. One thing I didn't like about this episode is it started as a Ruri episode and then became a hero episode. Yeah, we addressed that last week, and it's still weird. Yeah. Because it's like Hiro and Kyoshiro just turn up, and then suddenly, oh hey, look, a perfect level, sweet. And it looks like First Riders will be a song for all the evolutions, unlike in 2020 where every evolution got its own song. I'm kind of hoping when we get to Mega Level that'll change, but we hear First Riders so infrequently because the evolution scenes are like 5 seconds long that I don't mind it.
Yeah, like today they didn't really need to play it because that tense music was playing because it was a tense situation.
Yeah.
And that worked. It didn't need to be interrupted.
No. I gave this episode a 4.5. Really good edit. Oh, I forgot Drachmon returned only to get his head bitten off by Vamnimon's bats. So much for him being a major villain. Well, yeah. Well, I don't think we ever had.
I never thought he was going to be a major villain, but I did think he was going to come back and do something a bit better than that.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd get killed off in the episode he turned up in.
Yeah.
Or turned back up in. Anyway, I've approved the episode. I've approved the comments, so it'll show in the comments for that episode itself. So, because Clatter does the same thing. Spoilers for the episode in the comments from last week. So
yeah,
it's cool. I do appreciate that because it gives us your thoughts on the episodes. And then we can sort of see, because one thing I do like about this live format is we have our opinions on it, and we sometimes. I never want it to feel like we're talking at you guys. So stuff like this where you guys feedback your opinions on things and we can see, like, it's sort of a community thing where we can see if
one big discussion.
Yeah, and we can see where our
that are vocal instead of text.
Yeah, and I do like that aspect of it because we can see, like, are we reading into something the wrong way? Is there a grander consensus about how an episode
it gives us
played.
Other people's interpretations of what we're watching.
That's it.
We'll have each other's, like, we'll have our own interpretations of it each, and then we can kind of play off each other for that and say, well, maybe it went this, and then they can go, no, maybe it was this, and we're like, oh, maybe we're both wrong and that's right.
So different opinions can change mindsets and interpretations, whatever else. So
Justin said, so wait, what does Hero do with Drachmon's eyes now? That's what I'm wondering. Did they disappear when he disappeared?
Yeah.
Did they just fizzle up in a drawer somewhere?
we never did learn what Hero had with, like, what Hero did with the eyes. Right.
Yeah.
So we've only... we've just read the comment. Oh. It's gone.
It's gone. What? Oh, did he go back and delete it because we read it?
Maybe.
I don't know, but it's gone now.
It's gone. Okay. Yeah. So it was there, and now it's gone.
Okay.
Maybe that's what happened last week. Maybe it was there. I don't. Just YouTube went. Actually, no. Could just be YouTube being weird. But So let's go into right. So we've only 2 comments from last week. Then we've Yami's and Justin. So we'll start with Yami's because it was 6 days ago, which was the Monday after the podcast, and then Justin's was last night. So we'll go in the order they came in. So Yami said, and for the second week in a row, I come from the comment section. But we have had quite the weekend. First, everyone trying to determine if Saturday night actually happened, and then you lose out to a potential one-off history event. Jubilee events kicked off even in the main event. Even if the main event isn't for a few more weeks. What was the Saturday night beforehand? What are we trying to determine if it actually happened? Context. So I'll have you in the background while I try to plan my brother's birthday balloon display. But enough of that, though. Back to Digimon.
Is that to do with the Queen?
That'd be the Queen, yeah. But what happened on Saturday?
Eurovision. We don't have TV channels, so we
Eurovision. We saw the end of Eurovision though, and Ukraine winning by a landslide.
Only because someone else was watching it though, so we didn't really,
Yeah, we probably wouldn't have paid attention if we were home that weekend because we were.
Yeah, I didn't know Eurovision was on until people started posting about.
No, I never pay attention to it anymore, but I always know which date it's around because it lines up with why we went home that weekend. So that's it. I always associate the two.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
So I'll have you in the background while I try and plan my brother's birthday display, and after that back to Digimon. This was a good guess. That was a good guess so early in. I didn't make the connection till the reveal, so I was surprised to see the pair of them. But curiously, both Sanglumon and Manadormon are Drachmon's usual evolution line, Cyber Sleuth, Digimon Masters as examples. And finally Grand Drachmon. So that is quite the wasted opportunity if he showed up as one of the other two and went, guess who? Kano Weissmon feels like the first to have an actual maturity jump with an evolution, but where does that leave Gulus? A mystery evil champion with a Mon who can now bypass him and hit ultimate. What the catch? Yeah, that's why I thought last week we were going to get Betel slide evolving into Gulus, or Gulus just taking over, because Betel is just like, Betel is to Sonic what Gulu is to Shadow. You know, it's like they're the same, but there's differences. Completely aesthetic wise, well, maybe personality, depending on how edgy you want to get. I mean, Shadow did rock a gun and a motorcycle for his first game, so you know. Edismon looks a bit more ladylike in the card art, so curious if her personality does take a bit of a shift, but I can see the idol vibe also. While Angoramon seems to go from big brother, gentleman to, what the heck is that? Yeah, he kind of does. Lamormon terrifies me because I don't know why it's such a drastic shift. Lamormon genuinely terrifies me because Digimon doesn't do this. Your partner doesn't, like, your partners get smarter. I mean, you look at Agumon versus Metal Greymon, right? Agumon is just, is it food time yet? He's basically, if Gamamon is a baby, Agumon is like a toddler. Yeah. You know? And there's definitely a maturity jump through the evolution line. But Lamormon is such a drastic 180. I've Betel. I found you, Faker. Gulus, you're not even good enough to be my fake. You know, oh god, I need to make that edit now. Yeah. I need to make that edit. Yeah, definitely do. Screenshot that so I remember. This episode was a chain of disappointments. So many good ideas just fell flat or sprinkled into the ep because they can. There wasn't really anyone who stood out, not even a scene to use as a default answer. I gave it a 3.5. While I only share 5 of your top 10, and those are some curious upcoming and somewhat unpleasant sounding episode titles, did it really take you 2 hours to realize I wasn't there? No, I just didn't dwell on it. Yeah, that's all. I just don't dwell on it because, well, people have lives. If you're able to make it, awesome. If not, well, you're missed.
Did it take me 2 hours to realize?
No.
Because, you know, my brain just
big
does
brain.
that.
Yeah, no.
I have the big brain, yeah.
No. Anyway. So, moving on to Justin's comment then. Going on how this show has a horror theme, we could just guess Vamdemon was going to make an appearance. But yeah, like, I feel like if the Digimon has been foreshadowed in the opening credits, it's probably going to turn up. Yeah,
but even the fact that we knew it was horror, we were
which means we're getting Lady Devimon at some point. Which means we're getting Lady Devimon at some point.
Better. She better have a sexy human form.
Well, given what this show has done to Vamdemon and Arachnimon, wouldn't be surprised.
Yami says, just guy, I'm still here.
No, I know you're still here, Yami. We love you, but, you know...
If it seems like I've forgotten you, I haven't.
No, but I stand by what I said. You know, anyone, yourself included, who's able to make it and hang out with us each week, awesome. Thank you so much. If you're not able to, people have lives. I totally understand if you can't be here or something has come up.
Oh, I used to get onto you for that because you'd be live streaming, and I'm like, why didn't you tell me? And you're like, I just thought you were doing something else.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm not your keeper. Do it, you know.
Yeah, no, I get it, but you know.
Anyway, so go back to Justin's comment. Vamdemon was going to make an appearance, but the episode did so well I don't even really mind it. Any tamers keep your Lilymon safe because she'll be one shot by Vamdemon, lol. Yeah, we didn't get Dead Scream in this episode, so that didn't happen. I was surprised that Tesla Jellymon was one shot. Though, one thing I really liked was Vamdemon's attention towards Betel Gamamon and asking him, what are you hiding and who are you? It makes me wonder, can Vamdemon sense Gulus Gamamon? After Betel got scanned and Hero felt damage, the Betel felt reminded me of Digimon Tamers. Yeah. Seeing the black eyes again made me say, is Betel gonna go kaboom? Is he gonna slide evolve? Yeah, I definitely had those questions as well. But Hero pushing Gulus back and getting a Kano Weissmon instead was a treat, but I'm sure Gulus would have ruffle stomped Vamdemon. Probably? And maybe they just don't want to rely on Gulus being the one to...
Yeah, they didn't want him to straight up murder someone again.
Yeah. 3 weeks later, realistically, hiatus aside. The only flaw I have is the building up to Drachmon and just killing him off, so I gave the episode a 4.5. Yeah, like, I do agree, and I think we touched on this last week. If this series wasn't afraid of doing two-parters, you really could have had, like, part 1 be this company is inviting influencers over, something is happening, Rory goes to investigate, and you end off part 1 with the Drachmon reveal. It does make me wonder... Would you kill him off then 5 minutes into the part 2 of the episode?
Yeah, but they could have extended it out a little bit, and then we might not have minded it so much.
Yeah, like if you
the fact he was just there and went, hey, oh no, I'm dead.
Yeah. Are you glitching? I hope we're not glitching.
We're glitching?
I don't see it on our side.
We seem to be going fine on our side.
Hit the.
Oh, that's just.
Hit the button. The quality
that's
button.
Just my watching it.
Oh, I know, but I just want to see if it pops. Because if there's scuff, I want to try and fix it.
Yes, I want higher quality, please. Okay, I'm not allowed of higher quality. I'll restart the stream.
Okay, and then just let me know. But
there's an ad. Of course, there's an ad.
Of course, there's an ad.
YouTube. It's not the best quality either, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe my internet is just.
But like, do you kill Drachmon off 5 minutes into the part 2 of the episode, or do you build him up and have Vamdemon do the "you've outlived your usefulness," blah, overdone kind of thing?
But he didn't like that he stepped over him. So once he. Like, they could have extended out, like, Rory trying to get away from them.
Yeah.
And maybe her and Drachmon leave the room, and then Vamdemon kind of leaves and goes, excuse me, that's my food. You know?
Yeah.
I can't tell from this because my phone, the Wi-Fi doesn't agree with our phones. Check OBS.
Oh, yeah. No, we're still in the green on OBS, so either YouTube is glitching or it's an internet thing on your end, Desmond. Very sorry.
Is anyone else getting a glitch?
Oh, yeah, we also didn't get bloody stream. Did we not get Crimson Lightning? No, the building was wrapped in it, but I don't think Vamdemon did the actual move himself. Sad. It's like the trademark. 2-part treatment would have really worked on the Vamdemon episode. And then again, they might be saving a lot of points about Vamdemon's court for later.
Yeah, when Felismon joins it.
Yeah, when Felismon joins it. Yeah.
Although they're not going to get the guy.
Oh, Matadormon?
Yeah, Matadormon. They're probably not going to get him back because he went, this is a useless court, and just jumped out the window.
Yeah, what was the point of Matadormon? Like, in the grand scheme of the episode, what was the point of Matadormon? Like, was he just there because...
Like, he was doing some of the eating,
I know that one. Oh, yeah, he was one of the humans. Yeah, yeah, he was one.
Boys,
yeah, he was one of the Bishi boys doing the nomming.
Yeah.
But
one of the funniest parts of the episode was Vamdemon getting slapped with a purse. That was amazing.
That was amazing.
He's just like, excuse me.
And because it happened so quickly after Drachmon being killed off,
yeah.
I actually do think it lessened the blow.
It did.
Because we were sort of like, oh my god, they just killed him off like that. That's awful.
And then look at that.
You
just completely forget about him.
Yeah.
Maybe they wanted that. Maybe they just wanted us to forget about him because maybe he had been a plot hole.
Maybe.
And they went, oh crap, we got to write him in, and then just went, yeah, no, okay, now he's dead.
Yeah, but the good thing, one of the real funny part of that as well is Vamdemon just looking perplexed, like, did she just smack me with a purse?
Oh, I wish she had a brick in it. That would have been so fun.
All right, Dewey.
Yeah. It would have been so good. And it would be such a Rory thing as well.
Yeah. though, I do hope everyone is enjoying the Pokemon Home update. About freaking time. And AJ, I want to know, in Pokemon Legends Arceus, with the Misfortune Sisters, when the Misfortune Sisters show up, does it remind you of Jesse and James Team Rocket? Yeah, and I think there's probably a little bit intentional in that because, well, God, I'm struggling to remember their names. Coin is obviously Saturn.
Saturn, yeah.
Right. Then the other one becomes the Ice Gym Leader. Well, her descendant. Clover.
Because Lucky
Yeah.
Clover. Yeah, I'm not your Lucky Clover.
Yeah, I'm not your Lucky
yeah.
Clover. That's the one. And they all have their little catchphrases.
Yeah, I can't remember the main ones.
Yeah, the main one I can't remember the name of off the top of my head. But like she is the descendant then of Agatha from Encanto.
Ancestor.
The ancestor even. Of Agatha Encanto and the old lady Elite Four member in Sinnoh. So it's keeping everything connected. But I think, but Saturn then going on to become Saturn, who was also
Candace.
Candace, that's the one. Candace for the Ice Gym Leader, yeah. I do think it's intentional because they're this evil troupe that are sort of played up for comedy. They're meant to be they're meant to be feared because in lore, everyone's like, oh, they're such bad people. They used to be good people, but now they've gone off and they've done all these horrible things. But you don't see that. They just turn up and they spout catchphrases and you beat them because Pokemon has a problem where people only ever carry one Pokemon.
Yeah.
Nobody
carries
a team.
Be on them as well. They believe so much in their Pokemon being such a badass that they refuse to get another one.
Well, yeah, but I also, because of the time frame, it's like, oh, Pokemon are terrible. You know, there's a reason for it.
Like they could be, you know, I can train this one, therefore it's badass, but I'm scared of the other ones.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, I think there's a little intention to it, and because of their relation to the Alpha Clan, the Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan, and then Galaxy Team's eventual transformation into Team Galactic. It's probably all intentionally little just bits of references here and there. So I'd say it was done intentionally.
She used to be part of.
Yeah, they all did. The Clover.
They were part of the clans, but one of them was one of the Galaxy team as well, wasn't she?
The main one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So like it's all cyclical. You know.
Corvidae says, either that or Dracmon became a plot device. See this Digimon that was giving the protagonist so much trouble? Here's where we are now. This new Digimon just killed it like a fly. So it does
That's
work
another intent. That's another interpretation on it, which I think we might not have considered in the shock of the moment.
Yeah, because if people...
Like it's more to build up Vamdemon as a just doesn't take your crap kind of monster.
And it just shows, like, because if there's new time viewers, they won't know what levels are.
Yeah.
They won't know maybe in previous shows what, like, if he was more powerful one. It's just because he looks older and taller, it doesn't automatically mean he's more powerful. So
yeah, but I suppose it would just also...
It would show them, like, you know, they struggled with this guy before because he was, you know, he was mind-controlling hero and everything.
Yeah.
And then... yeah, and it builds Vamdemon up then to go, oh no. Like, I didn't know before how powerful this guy was, but now I can see he's definitely more powerful than that guy. So, yeah, it works from that perspective, because and maybe that shows they are writing it from a way that you don't have to know
maybe
the levels or the history of the show to get that.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
Because you could kind of see that with Velasmon in the way he was helping the other ones materialize. He was using his power to, you know, make the others, like, use their fear or whatever to make the others materialize. So he was clearly a higher level than them.
Yeah, so the leader... I'm sorry, I just went while Meg was... I just doing it in the background while taking in Meg's sort of opinion on it. And again, like, it's also an interesting reinterpretation of things and a way of looking at it.
Because we're looking at it as people who know these.
Yeah.
Previous, like, you know, we know what levels things are, where they stand in power from other seasons, and
well,
so someone who's Not
Yeah, but
exactly.
Dracmon was never in another season. But
You know
it
what
does.
I
But it
mean.
also, I think it's more just to show that like Vamdemon doesn't feck around. If you're an insubordinate, you're dead. He doesn't care.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's a way to show people who wouldn't know that, wouldn't know how powerful he is. Like, he can, destroy other ones
Maybe.
just like that, you know?
Maybe. And then struggles with the giant dragon.
Yeah, so he's not as powerful as
Yeah.
him. So it shows, it
Maybe.
introduces
Yeah,
people
it's
to the different
yeah,
levels.
entirely possible.
Yeah.
So the leader of the Misfortune Sisters' name is Charm. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean,
Clover is Candace.
Clover is Candace, Coin is Saturn,
Yeah.
and yeah. So Charm wears the Survey Corps sandals, showing she was part of the Galaxy team. Clover wears the Diamond Clan's boots, showing she was part of Diamond Clan, and Coin wears a part of the Pearl Clan outfit underneath her bandit attire. She still wears the tunic, I think. So, yeah. They are also, in the Japanese version, they are called Shochikubai, which it alludes to the Three Friends of Winter, an art motif popular in East Asian culture. Interesting. You're friends with the Misfortunes.
Yeah.
Lame.
They love me so much they named their group after me.
Seems that way, doesn't it? But
Oh, Rico says, finally my internet is starting to work.
if I did choose
Just
to
after I finish drawing Vamdemon.
Ooh. Well, we'll have to show that off. We'll have to show that off next week. Petra. Then we go up to episode 48 to 50 for. Hold on. There's a lot of mist here.
Okay, so Pedja there.
Yeah, that's why like 2020 with some mini arcs. Fake Tokyo arc, episode 16 to 19, episodes 19 to 24, Devimon arc, episodes 25 to 33, New Continent, 33 to 35, Tailmon. Is it an arc if it's 2 episodes? And then we get filler with some pretty good episodes.
It's more of a...
Then we got up to 48 to 50 for Millenniumon, and then later got to Negamon and had plot wasn't all filler. Okay, here's how you determine filler. If you remove X episode, does it change the course of the show? If yes, then it's not filler. It's important. If no, that's when you know it's filler. And that's what a lot of 2020 was built on. Episodes that were inconsequential to the overall plot of the story. And arguably, Ghost Game suffers with that. Because we don't know what the overall story is and how the episodes are all connected. But Ghost Game is still entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm never bored by Ghost Game.
Mini arc is 2 to 3 episodes. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
kind of like...
fair. Yeah, okay.
He did say mini arc at the start.
Yeah, mini arc. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Desmond said, I wonder how Richard's Myotis mom would do with this version. Oh, Richard Epcar, the voice. Well, because they brought him. Well, it would probably just be the exact same because in the dub for 02, they just brought him back to revoice it. Whereas in the Japanese version, it's a different actor. So I don't remember if it's the same actor that actually does Oikawa's voice, which would make a lot of sense. But no, but even in the dub, that doesn't check out because it's Jamieson Price voicing Oikawa while Richard Epcar does Myotismon. I think it would just be the same voice, and that's fine because I do like when the voice actors reprise their roles because it's a little continuity nod for the viewer more than anything else. It's just like, hey, you remember this. That's why like all the Leomons outside of Savers all have the same voice. Savers has 2 different Leomon and none of them are voiced by Paul St. No, wait, Saber Leomon is voiced by Paul St. Peter. He is, yeah. Bancho Leomon is voiced by Wally Wingert. But yeah, so they bring Paul St. Peter back every time there's a Leomon that needs voicing just to kill him off. So I'd say which is one thing I kind of hope for Adventure 2020, that they bring Paul St. Peter back to voice Leomon in that show, because he'll get to survive. He'll get to break the curse. And we haven't seen a Leomon in this show yet, so... My poor
I can't
internet
see
must
how
have been
they'd
Vamdemon's
really-
fault.
Yeah.
Justin says, if I had to choose between who's scarier, original Zoroark or Hisuian Zoroark, I'm picking Hisuian. I think Hisuian Zoroark has better lore. Yeah, but he's also more tendrily.
Mm.
So I think he has better lore and just a better design because he's all tendrily and stuff.
Mm.
Where Unovan Zoroark is just... he's a big dog.
Mm.
Comparatively. Like, he's still scary. I mean, if you saw that at night, you'd crap yourself.
Mm.
But Hisuian Zoroark being so tendrily is like, it's scary and it's also very creepy at the same. It's you'd crap yourself if you've seen it, but
Like,
it's also
it's
also unsettling to look at.
Yeah, if it was walking towards you, you would think monster, not big dog.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, definitely. Pedra, that was basically 2020's plot mini arcs instead of 20-episode arc, but no Digimon anime had such a long arc. Tags depending on how you look at Devimon. In the original show, the Devimon arc was 13 episodes. The Etamon arc was 14 through... when did Taichi get sent home? Episode 24? 25? And then Vamdemon was 26 through 39. And then 40 to 54 was the Dark Masters, roughly. So the arcs were pretty long depending on how you break them up. Etamon, Etamon's only in 2020 for like an episode, but also they need to bring Richard Epcar back for his Elvis impression for that. So if he doesn't voice Vamdemon in 2020 because there is no Vamdemon in that show, he at least needs to be brought in to do Etamon. Because we need that impression, baby. It's Etamon's Dark Network, baby. Can you feel it? Do you dig it, sucker? It's so good. I love it. I love it so much.
He's always so weird.
I love Etamon.
Like, he's great, but his skin tight suit freaks me out. I know he's not a skin tight suit, but
no, it is. It's a dude in the suit. It's a dude in the monkey suit. No, you're right to be creeped out. It's like Betsumon. It's a guy in a Tailmon suit.
Yeah.
With a big old bulge.
Yeah. That's my problem with a lot of Digimon, is that they either have bulges or crotch armor. And while I understand why crotch armor might be necessary,
sometimes, I mean, the funniest thing is Omegamon's codpiece getting censored in the Cross Wars dub. Like, I've shown that off. Like, Omegamon's codpiece just looked like a giant wang. So when they dubbed it, they kind of went, actually no, and took the eraser tool and went, actually no.
yeah,
everything. Tailmon, Gatomon, say, you know what I mean. Don't be pedantic.
It's so weird that they're the other way around. That always gets me.
Yeah, you would think the Japanese name would be Gato.
Yeah.
And then the dub version would go, well, they don't. Our idiot kids won't know Spanish, so let's go with tail.
Yeah. Or you think they go, he's Tailmon. Okay, he's Tailmon.
Yeah. Well, that too. Because during the evolution sequence, you can still see Tailmon going across the thing. Gatomon is in there, but you can still see Tailmon in there. But
sometimes
it's so
just
weird,
not
like
worth editing certain things.
Yeah, no, but it's so weird, like in Try, even in the Japanese version, when the names come up on the Digivice screen, they use the dub names. So even though the Digimon says Tailmon Choshinka, the screen still says Gatomon. I'm just like, that has never sat well. Even Angemon, instead, like Angemon Choshinka Holy Angemon, the Digivice still says Magna Angemon. I'm just like, wait. but why? Why did you not say Holy Angemon?
Should be called Nekomon.
Gatomon should have been called Nekomon.
I think it would be worse if...
Isn't that what they call the Coleco version? No, that is... Oh, the Coleco version is something else.
I think it would have been worse had the dub called him Nekomon.
Oh yeah, but but that's
it
like
makes-
Frontier logic then,
Mm.
because in Frontier it's Ferrymon in the Japanese, but Kazemon in the English, rather than the other way around,
Yeah.
or just leaving her being called Ferrymon.
Mm.
Yeah. It's called Mikemon or Mikemon. Yeah, because yeah.
I'm sorry, that just reminded me of a meme. Bike is short for bicycle. Is Mike short for mycicle?
Right, we're done. See you guys next week. See you guys next week.
When you said Mike, Mom,
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, Mikemon.
the bicycle mod.
Yeah. But anyway.
Pedro says for me the worst episode of 2020 is episode 47. It was just meaningless.
Although, funnily, the Mike in Mikomon comes from Mike Neko, with meaning tortoise shell cat.
Which is what he is, yeah.
Yeah, so the Neko is in there, kinda, sorta.
And then Justin said, so wait, in Legends Arceus, was the Drifblim going to do what it says in its Pokedex entry to the child, or was it just harmless?
I think it was just harmless. I think adults blew it out of...
Yeah, I think it was probably a young one itself, and just wanted to play with the child and didn't want playtime to end, so adults took that as...
spiriting the child away.
Yeah, he wanted to kidnap the child, so
Yeah.
that's where he got his...
Mikemon.
I guess, yeah, like maybe they're just silly and playful and want to play with the kids. They're also young and
well, that's
they
it.
see them playing or whatever, and they probably the adults are probably looking at it going, "That's a pervert," because they do that with everything.
Yeah, I honestly think just based on the context of what happens in Arceus, which inevitably spawns the Drifblim lore, I think it was just lonely. You know, within the context of the game, I think it was just lonely, and because it wouldn't let go of the child, as you say, the adults took it. It was trying to take it away because this was in a time when Pokemon were seen as horrible monsters. You know, they were basically seen as kaiju.
Yeah.
So Legends stuck.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder why there wasn't why humans didn't just try to exterminate the Drifblim species after that. Maybe that's a topic we don't get into. But humans are fickle.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. They just...
There's a lot of Pokemon species that I'm just wondering, did they die off or did humans were humans about things?
Look what they did to Voltorb, Electrode. Yeah. That was pretty cruel.
Yeah, It used to be a happy monster until humans started filling the hole in its head with seeds. So it evolved over time to just not have that orifice.
Yeah.
And then was just angry all the time because of it.
Oh, it's uploaded.
Oh. I managed to finish and upload the strong before the stream ended. May have broken my internet a couple times trying to, but I somehow managed it. Oh, okay. Well, look, we can pimp that for you here.
No, there it goes. Time lapse is up as well.
Ooh.
So I will link Rico in the chat so everyone can see.
Cool.
Get rid of that. There we go.
Oh, that's sick. Oh, I love that. That is sick.
That is so good.
Okay, let me get the display capture up. So, Jesus, Reiko, you've done it again. Yeah, no, that's so good. Yeah, no, that is so good.
Kind of funny how simply trying to upload an image to Twitter can break my internet. You know, I get that sometimes with the Wi-Fi in this house. it doesn't like phones.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to upload a picture and it's just going, and then Twitter's like, no, there's no tweets at all. And I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah, your timeline is completely empty. You've seen all of Twitter.
Mm.
But yeah, no, that is really good.
Oh, his eyes are so intense.
Yeah, look at that.
It's little bats.
Yeah, they're adorable.
Even the stitching on their mouths is really good.
Yeah, I love the shading in the wings here on the chest piece. So yeah, no, Reiko, well done.
Zoom in on his not his chest, head things, head wings.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
They're really. I like the. They look like you could just reach out and grab them. Like they're.
Yeah, there's
really
sort
well
of a 3D effect to it, particularly his hair.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he does. He has this sort of
very good at
3D
hair,
look to him.
Rico.
Yeah, it's this 3D effect to him, which is really good. Right.
Oh, Pedro gotta go. See you next time.
Alrighty,
Have a
Pedja.
good night.
Oh, well, let me get rid of this. Pedja?
Oh, I waved, didn't I? Couldn't be seen.
Nailed the look for the eyes, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely go follow Reiko on Twitter if you haven't already. You shan't be disappointed. There's sexy Digimon of all kinds.
Mm-hmm.
Even Digimon you didn't know should have been sexy. Maybe that's the reason why the Cantonian Voltorb looks... Oh, it is! In the lore, that is the reason why Cantonian Voltorb is so pissed off all the time.
Yeah. Doesn't like people, because people messed with it.
Yeah, basically.
So, over time, it's just...
But
I mean, you don't need to go to Reiko's Twitter for a sexy sistermon. They exist.
just don't...
But no.
Just not Blanc. Don't lewd the lollies. But, Predja, thanks so much for being here. Have a good night. And we'll see you next week, I hope.
Maybe one day. Oh. Big thing 18 plus system.
The nuns! Nuns! Lolly, no! We've been through this.
Wait, which one?
Blanc.
No, who is getting looted?
Oh. The twins. Because in lore now, CL and Noir are twins. Oh yeah.
Would maul me to death. Yeah, after seeing the reaction to Anya,
yeah,
the Spy Family Anya, yeah, I could see why.
But also even like some VTubers that are like lolly in design, and like the creators just being torn to shreds for having a, like, even if the character isn't made to be a lolly but they're just short, it's like the internet forgets small people exist.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, even Blanc's Awaken mode doesn't lean too heavily into the sexy. Unlike
the other two have
Noir, like Noir's has the chest missing and CL's has the stomach missing, and it's just like, hello.
They could have stayed with that theme and had like the sleeve missing off it or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh no, so much arm.
Yeah. Don't show her ankles. That's what I keep saying when you're playing 13 Sentinels and that girl is running around in booty shorts and she's in the 40s and he's like, why are you
basically naked?
Yeah, that's what he's thinking. Lolly doesn't always mean little kids. Yeah, there's a couple of VTubers I've seen, but they've got like, they kind of have lolly faces, but they have adult bodies. But people are still like you're into kids, and we're like, no, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
Like, and even then, with Twitter being Twitter, you gotta be a little bit careful, I suppose. So if you were to do it to Blanc, some person would say, hey, isn't she a lolly? And then the brigade would come in after that, whether they know the character or not. So, yeah. Guess I can simply make them older in my drawing. You gotta be careful with that too, because people don't get the concept of aging up, or they don't like it.
Yeah, and there's an element of me that sort of goes, and look, I'm draw what you draw. I'm no moral guardian. Although the argument of aging up the small child. Kind of like I'm not going to call any artists out, but an artist we used to follow before proportion stopped being a thing. What they took Anya and made her mature. Not saying anything else.
That's what I was referencing.
Oh, right. Okay, so we're thinking of the same
Reiko,
artist.
I've seen Reiko talking about it on Twitter.
Right.
That's why I brought that up.
Yeah. In the end, I prefer them tall and thick. Ayy.
If the brigade comes, people laugh at the brigade. The people that laugh at the brigade would find it, and I would get new followers. This is true. Pros and cons, I guess. You just gotta hope for the best in the situation.
What is the controversy creates cash, or all publicity is good publicity?
Yeah,
to an extent. But yeah, well, this took a turn.
Yeah, my brain just went, not for Amber Heard.
I'm gonna have to edit that out later. Oh.
I did love that artist, but some of the there is volume coming through there. Yeah, some of the proportions just got a bit too bizarre for me.
That artist's goals for you?
It's great, and they're very talented, but
yeah,
some of the boobs just didn't look right for me. I'll just say that. I don't know how else to explain it, but the boobs just didn't look like they were attached to people, or like I can say anything, I can't draw a stick figure, but anyway.
No, but you can still appreciate art when it's presented.
Yeah. But again, I'm weird with boobs and how they're presented, because, you know, some people get onto a friend of ours because he draws big booby genies. They're like, their boobs shouldn't look like that, and I'm just like, they're genies. It's magic. Their boobs can look however they want, and that can apply to Digimon too. It's data.
Yeah.
So they can, you know.
Anyway.
Yeah, off the topic of
so this took a turn. I'm watching the viewer count just plummet the longer this conversation goes on. I'm just like, oh no, I'm so getting cancelled for this episode.
You're fine. No one's gonna be looking.
We've gone from 12 to 8 in like the span of 2 minutes.
Well, to be fair, we are winding down, and it's 12:30.
Also fair. Also
we always
fair.
go off on a tangent.
Yeah, we do. So. Oh boy.
I also feel like they did a good job in making some Pokemon scarier in Legends Arceus, like Darkrai or Carnivine. Yeah, he's quite creepy.
Yeah.
But
also this in the starting area, your Skull Beluchimon was pretty thick, yeah. But in the starting area of Arceus, you have the birds, you have Litleo, and you have Bidoof. But you also, is it Weasel?
Litleo?
No, I mentioned Litleo.
No, you said Litleo.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to think the other one. No,
you're thinking of Sphinx.
No. I'm saying this. No, Weasel. Weasel is the one I'm thinking of.
No,
where it's just super hyper aggressive.
There's no Litleo in the Obsidian Fieldlands. I'm thinking of Sphinx, whatever his name is.
The small one.
Little doggo.
Lion.
Yeah, but it's.
Litleo is a different Pokemon altogether. It's, yeah, I said Litleo. Yeah.
Sorry. There you go.
Shinx.
Yeah. Shinx. There you go.
Shinx. That's the one.
Sphinx. You know, it's the same thing.
But no, like, is it like Weasel that are just
Weasel
like super aggressive?
Yeah. The minute you look at them, they're straight away attacking.
Yeah, and what else do you know? Like Paris.
Paris is a little.
Paris can die in a fire.
He's got small dog syndrome. You know, when a chihuahua starts yapping at you and stuff like that, he's like this tiny little thing and starts going. Ah! I'm like, you're a little tiny mushroom crab. I don't know what he is, but he's so small and just. Although I have to say, what does he evolve into?
Parasect.
Parasect. The Alpha Parasect is the most derpy thing I've ever seen. Parasect is kind of creepy because he doesn't have any pupils in his eyeballs, but the red gives him pupils.
Oh.
And it kind of goes up, you know, the way it's kind of like flames or whatever.
Yeah.
It looks like he has really happy eyebrows, so he's like, ah, it's so funny.
Yeah, no, but
because you know when he like comes at you or whatever in that moment when you're caught by him, and you know kind of does the little zoom in screen on him.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's going ha 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 ha. It's so funny.
I'll give you another -1, but this time it's for nice reasons. Really should be off. Shall finish up later with the first half. All right, Yami. Well, look, thanks for staying so late. We're getting ready to wrap things up anyway, so thanks so much for sticking it out. Hopefully we'll see you back next week for Splashmon's return to the anime, and we'll see where we go from there. Essence of Beauty next week, and I'm curious because I'm like, is it going to be a case where we had to wait like forever before we saw Simbar and Tesla, or are they going to show up pretty swiftly? I wonder.
Depends on what happens to who in this episode.
I am totally okay with the idea of Tennismon fighting Splashmon next week.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
That would really make sense.
Oh no, you're welcome, Corvidae. And also to yourself, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out with us and taking time out of your day. And thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see you back next week as well.
Corvidae said...
Weasel makes sense. Otters can be territorial. Oh. They used to be called water dogs for a reason. Yeah. Okay, yeah, fair.
It's just that they're not really aggressive in other games.
Yeah, well, even other games where they're out in the open, they don't hunt you down and murder you.
In pairs.
In pairs, yeah.
There's always two of them.
Then again, neither does Paris. Paris chilled out over the years. But yeah, Paris is.
He realized he wasn't the big dog.
No, Paris is just a little bollocks, though.
Yeah.
My God, I hate Paris.
And they can see you from so far away.
Yeah. The joys of not having eyes, I guess. Or.
No, he does have eyes.
Oh, well, does he have pupils?
He has pupils.
Oh, okay. It's just Parasect. Yeah, which makes sense because at that stage it's the mushroom rather than the monster. Yeah. He's been completely lobotomized.
Yeah, but I'm gonna repost my screenshot of that from the game just to show you what I mean.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. I'll find it first because it's buried in a million screenshots.
Oh, of course. Right, well, we'll get ready to bounce then, shall we?
Yeah.
Cool.
Jasmine said the water tiger.
Yeah, Splashmon. Like his melted Gabumon looking thing.
Sorry, I thought he meant the weasel. I was like, a tiger? What?
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
That Floatzel, Alpha Floatzel used to be really tough as well.
Yeah. Alpha Floatzel, I feel.
You know what's terrifying?
Go on.
Alpha Rapidash. When he turns his head when he kills your Pokemon and stares at you. With
when he does the whole.
Yeah. He's just like, come at me. What else you got?
Don't evolve your Paris. Basically. Yeah, you're basically letting the mushroom take over. You're training a mushroom, not a crab at that stage.
They kind of joke about that as well, don't they? When you bring the guy brings it and he's like, "Where's the Pokemon?" I asked for a Pokemon, and it turns around and he's like, "Oh, that mushroom is a Pokemon."
Yeah. Oh, the way Ursaring runs around. No. It reminds me of the Crystal Beast Mammoth from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX in the dub, because I was showing Meg yesterday. They turned it into an Arnold Schwarzenegger parody. So when he's charging, he's just... That's I can just hear that when Ursaring's running at you. But yeah, like Alpha Floatzel feels like...
He one-shots a lot for a long time.
Yeah, it's kind of like he's a sort of video games do like a wake-up boss, where it's like making sure you've actually been paying attention to how the game works.
Yeah, because you need like proper grass types to
get rid of like it. Alpha Rapidash has very big stay the fuck away energy.
Yeah.
Where Floatzel you kind of look at and go, that's a Floatzel, and then as you say, it just murders you. Yeah. So it is kind of like a wake-up boss kind of idea.
Save me, Jesse.
Save me, Jesse. Yes. Save me, Jesse. Oh. All right. So look, everyone.
I'm gonna cheap plug really quickly. I will be playing Arceus again this week over on Twitch.
Cool.
At some stage because I want to. Well, I won't be finishing it this week because I still have one Noble and then whatever's left after that.
Oh yeah, you have loads of video game left on that.
Yeah. But I want to just get through some more story.
Cool.
And then, we'll see. I have to go to Avalok next, so.
Oh, it was asked how do we like the new Pokemon Home update. If it would work, it would be great.
Oh yeah, you can get into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting error messages because it's either broken or it can't connect to the server or something. I keep getting some weird error message with it. So if it works, I think it'll be great. But for the moment, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really apply to me so much. Like, I don't have it yet, but at the same time, I only have like 3 Pokemon games.
Yeah.
3, 4. So
Pikachu, Pearl,
and
Arceus, and Sword.
Oh, Sword, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a lot more than I thought.
Yeah.
But I haven't actually played, I have no attachment to my team in Sword because I've only played like the first bit of that.
And it's like I liked playing Shield when it was new. Going back to it and trying to play Sword because we did the Nuzlocke.
Yeah.
Such a chore.
Slog, yeah.
The opening 3 hours, 4 hours of Sword or Sword and Shield are just like.
It just feels like you're playing it for.
I know I only just made the joke, but I feel like I'm being lobotomized. Like that opening is just god awful, and I really hope Scarlet and Violet fix that.
Yeah.
I really hope the opening couple of hours are just snappy.
Yeah.
And I don't need to.
You don't want to get bored at the first part of the game, and then.
Yeah, and a lot of that is Hop's fault.
Yeah, he's really. And then as the story progresses, you're not part of the story, and it just. Yeah.
No, yeah. Like my favorite worst part of Sword and Shield is, oh, there's plot happening. Don't worry, I'm the champion. I'll go fix it. You go over there and keep collecting your badges. It's fine. Don't worry about the plot happening. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. It's like, why then?
I've seen you play it. I've seen Tom play it, and I've seen how much Tom hates it. And I'm just like, do I want to go back and play that? Am I going to be bored on stream, and then my viewers are going to be bored because I'm bored, or will we just take the piss out of it? I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I want to put effort into it at this stage, but at the same time, it's a game I have that I haven't finished. So you know that part of your brain that's like, do it.
Play the video games you have.
Yeah. That's why I watched The Walking Dead for so long, because I had to see what happened, but I hated it.
Fair. Fair. You just hate watching something.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've seen people defend Hop and say, "Oh, but he gets better." He doesn't.
No.
He's so one note.
He's the same as what I called him, Ralph. What Tommy.
Oh.
What's his name?
Oh.
I can't remember his real name. But,
Blondie in Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, he's kind of one note as well. He just shows up and goes, I'm going to be the...
Do you know what the problem with that character is? All his development is in the third version of the game. The one that we didn't get the remake of.
Yeah, now, like, at the very last battle you have with him, he's actually all right, but personality-wise, he's just the same. He's like, I'm going to be the best, and then you beat him.
Yeah,
Barry?
Barry. That's the one, yeah, Barry. Like, all Barry's character development is in Platinum. Which didn't get remade. So yeah, Barry isn't as bad as Hop, but
because Barry doesn't have an older brother who's the champion.
Yeah, but in Platinum he has a father who's the champion, and it builds on that, and you sort of learn that and why he wants to get better and stronger and why he's so
Whereas with Hop, it's just my brother's the best, so I'm the best, clearly.
Yeah, there's no evolution on that.
Yeah,
like even when Bede beats him and he goes into his depression, there's no character arc that comes from that. He's still like 2 cutscenes later and it's the same Hop from the start of the game.
Yeah.
And I know the Pokemon Company, it boulderizes things and it doesn't make things too taxing for kids. And I get it, we're not the demographic, the writing's not going to be subpar. Or the writing it's not going to be superb. Yeah, but it doesn't have to be subpar either.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in Platinum, hey, I'm the champion. This organization is trying to reset the universe. Can you go deal with them while I deal? You go deal with them there while I deal with them somewhere else. I can't divide myself yet.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in Platinum, yeah. Yeah.
Every few sentences out of Hop makes me feel like my character should be glaring at him. He's like an annoying pony that thinks it's a draft horse.
Oh, I'm stealing that. I'm stealing. I am stealing that one, Corvidae. I am stealing that one. Don't compare anyone to Hop. They had interesting characters. Okay, I'll compare one person to Hop, and it's basically because Hop is 2.0 of this character. What was Hao's character? Checkmate.
Hammer kind of is in a rush to.
Oh yeah, his dad is just him, but bigger.
Yeah, as he just walks in and goes, they're gone, and you're like, wait, what? Where are you going?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, they seem to have dumbed down your rival a lot.
Yeah.
Cater to children.
You don't even have rivals anymore. And this isn't me being a boomer and being like, I miss when Gary Oak and Silver used to push you around and insult you. They're just not challenging.
Yeah, like, if anything, he should be developing at the same rate as you.
Yeah.
And like by the time I got to like a second battle with Barry,
yeah,
I had already like evolved whatever, like
he was still using
the starters.
Yeah, you were still using the starters, and you were like
he's been going
10 levels ahead.
Mm.
Like, and even like in Red and Blue, and I know, Red and Blue, I'm not a Gen 1er. My favorite generation is Gen 5. God, I love Gen 5. I love it so much. I do. But even in Gen 1, Blue, if you're playing, so Blue or Gary, right? His party changed depending on how many times you beat him or lost to him. There's a whole fight with Gary you can miss that just alters his team then for the end game, and you're just like, oh, because in Viridian City I didn't go exploring down that path. There's a whole fight I missed, which then affects the party that he has later. So because you haven't, there's the whole you killed one of his Pokemon theory. I don't necessarily subscribe to it, but I think it's a neat little thing because the rest of his party stays the same bar this one effectively. But the party still chops and changes depending on whether you beat him or he beats you. And it's just a fun little that should happen more. Like, and Hop kind of goes through that, but it's more of he's having a mental breakdown and he's just chopping and changing and losing all the time because he's not developing bonds and
but it's like it doesn't make sense time-wise with them because they're off exploring for the same amount you are, and they're getting to these places just slightly ahead of you. But that means they've encountered everything you did along the way in that long grass or wherever. So why didn't they get the XP? You know?
Yeah. Why did I bring a Charizard to why did I bring a Charizard to a Bulbasaur fight? You know? And that's the other thing I don't like, that they've started making the rivals choose the Pokemon weak to you.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not going to have them be total assholes,
it should be
at least have them be tactical about it and just go, oh well, you pick the fire Pokemon, I'm gonna pick the water Pokemon. And even if you have to do a friendly rival thing where they're best buds and they're on an adventure and at least just have them grow and be a bit tactical, and
they should be learning as you're learning.
They should be learning as you're learning, but the game should accommodate maybe it's just too much work to like wire it in, but there should be some level of type advantage for you to overcome because as you say, the rival is traditionally always ahead of you. You get to the city, they've already beaten the gym. You do a thing, they've already been there, done that. They've whatever. There should be some sort of randomization within the game's code that if you're running primarily X type, they'll have primarily this counter or just
at least one that counters you, so you don't just one shot every single Pokemon they have every single time.
Yeah.
They should at least have, there should be some sort of little challenge before or after the gym, whichever way it works.
Yeah, and it's probably not the toughest thing in the world to code.
Considering the gym leaders have whatever and you have to...
Yeah.
You know, so...
Well, that was a tangent. We were getting ready to wrap up.
Yeah, we were. And it's really funny because when I put this hat on earlier, you can see there's a Bulbasaur there and there's the Pearl thing. What is it called?
Pokeball?
It's a Pokeball?
That is a Pokeball.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's in the shape of a Pokeball.
Yeah, but they're...
It's the Pearl badge. Like,
Pearl badge, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
they came with the game.
And then AJ was like, you wearing Pokemon to the Digimon stream? And I'm like...
Because...
Yeah, I am.
Meg also
what
has
about
this.
it? No, we've just gone off on a big tangent.
Because Meg also has this.
And
well,
that matches with it, yeah.
Yeah. And I have the diamond equivalent of that and the little Dialga figure as well. Whitney's Miltank. God, yes, Whitney's Miltank. Good lord, I still have nightmares. Ladion should... Oh, yeah, Cynthia's whole team.
Yeah, Cynthia's whole team. That was... You didn't have 10,000 revives in your pocket, you were done.
Oh god, and then they pull and then they pull what they pulled with what's his name in Arceus. I'm just like, oh, no.
Desmond says no wonder he's Hop is not showing up in Journey yet.
But no, I don't know. That's what Go is for. Go is so they don't have to bring Hop into it. I mean,
yeah,
that's because that's what Go is for. Go is the Hop XP. Meanwhile, now the first rival battle, you're given the attack with the elemental's advantage. Yeah, like it's a good rival should be able to keep up with you, not make you go, "Why are you coming up to me for the 5th complete team?" Yeah, exactly. I'm glad to see we're all in agreement on this stuff. First Pokemon games, you could fight the gyms from 3 to 7 in any order. You could break the order of the gyms if you wanted. But they never did it again. Yeah. Didn't like how very much either. Yeah. Pokemon players are OP wipe all the time, lessening the fun. I think that's only for the competitive players, but you shouldn't dumb the mechanics down for the casuals because of that.
Yeah. Or, alternatively, put level difficulties in there. You want to play the game on easy, you play the game on easy.
Do you know what game did that? Black and White.
Yeah. So
you had to beat the game on normal first, but you unlocked difficulties afterward.
Yeah, so then
makes me wonder. It did make me wonder, why would I play the game on easy mode when I've just beaten it on normal?
Well, if you wanted to replay it and
just power through the story more so than
like if you had played it when it came out on normal or whatever, and then you decided, I want to stream that now that I'm a streamer. Yeah. But you don't want to go through the slog of it, maybe. Yeah,
there's a part of me now with the inevitable Black and White remakes, because they've done Diamond and Pearl. There's a part of me that wants them to be remakes more akin to Let's Go, where they've kind of expanded on things and made things, like Black and White in like the Arceus or the Let's Go engine would be really good. But I kind of worry now they're just going to be straight up remakes like BDSP were to Diamond and Pearl. It's like, oh, you're actually literally using the same code as the DS games. A lot of the same exploits happen. You can do a lot of the same exploits in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl that you could in regular Diamond and Pearl, because they're using the DS code. They've just put the fresh coat of paint on top of it.
Yeah, so it's like any glitches that were there are still there.
Yeah, they're all, you can still do them.
Yeah. It's the same when Shantae came to Switch, first one.
Yeah.
And people were saying there's a glitch that you used to be able to do in the original where you'd like do something about whipping your hair and you get something off the shopkeeper. Right. And they can still do that in the Switch version. Yeah, well, I mean, that's a straight up port. It wasn't a remake, so that makes more sense. But the fact that they didn't code it out. Yeah. Yeah, it's not like the Ocarina of Time remake. Like, Ocarina of Time on the N64 is littered with glitches. And on the 3DS, when they remade it for the 3DS, they sort of went, which ones do we want to fix? Because some of these glitches have expanded into like their own they have their own gravitas to them. They're so well known in the community. They have their own. It'd be weird to take them out. Yeah, they sort of look at a couple of them. They've become part of the lore of the game or whatever. Almost, yeah. So they had to so there's a lot of glitches that they kept because they're sort of the more fun ones. But anything that outright broke the game, they took away and they fixed. But Mm-hmm.
So it is doable.
Mm.
I kind of felt like Volo was a challenge. Yeah. A challenge to my mental health. When that music started playing, it was certainly a challenge to my mental health.
Comment.
Have the rival Pokemon with a level equal to your strongest Pokemon with a bit of variety. Their weakest being the same as your strongest -5, and the strongest the same but +3. Oh, okay. So their stats would be up or down depending. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Gladion should have been the main rival. Yeah, but I need to go back and play Sun and Moon. Maybe not so much Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but I need to go back and play Sun and Moon because A, it's a better story, but B, how early or late into that game do you actually meet Gladion for him to be the rival over how? I think he's a little bit into the game. Well, or is he maybe around the same time as you meet Bede and Sword and Shield? I need to go back for that reason and sort of relearn the
Is
plot
it kind of
beats.
like with Bede, you meet him early on, but then you don't face him too much later?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
He kind of comes in on a couple of things, not as a challenger.
Maybe.
More so.
Yeah, he's just sort of... Because I know there's like this outhouse he's hanging out in.
Outhouse?
Yeah.
Like a toilet?
No... Okay, maybe outhouse was the wrong choice of words. It's like a cabin thing that he's just sort of he's rented out or he's hiding out in or whatever because he's on the run from the
probably does have an outhouse or cabin.
Probably, but from the because Team Skull aren't really the evil team in Sun and Moon. They're like more akin to Team Yell.
Yeah.
But it's the Ether Foundation is the evil team for that game really. So he's on the run from them because of plot reasons. But yeah, so I know you can run into him in like this hotel cabin thing. But I don't know if he becomes relevant to the story at that point or if it's a later on thing. But with that, it is 1 a.m.
Yeah, it's time to go.
So I think we got to bounce, chat. So look, this has been...
You'll have to put a tag for when the Pokemon chat starts in the Digimon podcast.
Yeah, I'll go back and edit the episode description later, the timestamps. But look, everyone, thank you so much for being here tonight, for taking time out of your day and spending it with us.
Listening to us ramble.
Yeah, and for getting in on the rambling as well and joining in on it. So thank you very much. I say it every week and it's never any less true. You guys make Sunday an absolute pleasure to watch the show and interact with you guys. You make it so much fun and thank you for being here. And you're very welcome, Reiko.
You're welcome. Thank you for the awesome art.
Exactly. But until
gives
next
us a whole
week,
new segment.
It does. It gives us a whole new segment on the show, where we can just go for a couple of minutes. But, it's great. But no, thank you to everyone. Really do appreciate you being here. I hope you have a fantastic week ahead. You can follow myself and Meg on Twitch. Links are down below. I hit a follow goal over on Twitch. I'm over the 300 mark, so I will be planning a 12-hour stream. Probably this upcoming weekend. I need to see what my work schedule is like, but I'm gonna work it around that. A segment has been decided upon, thanks to Reiko, where I am going to try and draw Wormmon on stream using this. I don't have a tablet, I don't have a pen, I don't have a touchscreen, but I'm going to try drawing Wormmon on Paint Tool SAI using this. So that should be fun.
Are you going to use this one for reference?
Oh yes, of course. I'm using my boy for reference. Of course I am.
You'll have to put him on the other camera so everyone can see what you're drawing.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be good crack.
Can I dress him up?
No.
Draw him with bunny ears.
His ears are already basically bunny ears. His little antenna thingies.
This is true. He the bunny.
But yeah, if you want to join in, for that, again, links
This is
are
an absolute victory for me.
Digimon must have made people feel things they didn't want to feel for a Digimon. In his human form, yeah,
there's
definitely.
a couple of Digimon that do that.
Yeah, there's a couple of Digimon that do that. Junomon.
I'm not gonna lie. Kind of Weissman, when they zoomed in on his leg, I was like, "That's a thigh. That's a thigh, but that's a baby."
Meg is also a furry.
Not exactly.
Or what's her name? What's the other Digimon? Not the blonde one with the bandages around her eyes. The pearls.
Ooh.
Oh God, I can't remember her name right now, but people feel things for her. She's one of the Olympus ones.
Or there's
Bastimon, yeah.
The one that looks like she's wearing genie pants.
Yes. Yeah. Bastimon, yeah. She's good as well. All right. Well, look, before we go down another rabbit hole.
Yeah. We gotta go.
And that is awkward phrasing depending on the Digimon you're talking about. Before we do that and get ourselves cancelled even further, we are done.
Yeah, we're done.
Thank you for being here. I have been AJ. This has been my partner Wormmon. This has been Meg. And we will see you next week right back here on the Code Crown podcast for episode 27 of Digimon Ghost Game, Essence of Beauty. Look after yourselves. Take care. We love you lots, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Huh? He's got pants now.